Sound resumed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by my friend, my companion, my dude, this fucking guy over here, right to my left. But your guys is right. My man, Ben J. Nassim. How you doing, Ben?
I'm doing good, Tom. Today was not a great day for me. Tried to play golf this morning. Hit a frost delay. Was shocked.
Bro, do you play golf every morning? Is that what you do?
No, but I wanted to play this morning. Woke up early, 7 a.m. tea time. Nope, frost delay.
7 a.m.?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to bed at 5 a.m. playing fucking GTA. You know what I'm saying?
I felt worse for my friend Adam, who woke up at like 5:30 to come and drive and pick me up, and then was shocked. So.
Well, you don't got a car. You can't drive yourself.
Nah, I finesse rides off of people.
What the? Why? Why do you do that? Why the fuck would you finesse rides off people?
Because I haven't bought a car yet, but I'm gonna buy one this summer. I think.
Yeah, what are you looking at? You got anything on your mind?
I haven't looked at anything.
What
yet,
does
so
Ben J. Nassim try to drive? What are you trying to drive these days? What's your go-to? You know, what are you feeling?
I gotta get a car that's like decent in the winter, so not really sure.
Bro, you know what? Hondas are great.
People think Prius. I don't want a fucking Prius.
You look like a Prius guy. I was gonna say you do look like a fucking guy that drive a Prius. Why not? Nah. They're good on gas and shit. Oh wait, no, they're electric, right? But they still run on gas. Isn't it a little bit of both, or am I tripping?
I think aren't the Priuses hybrid? I believe.
I don't know what the fuck they are. I don't know. I thought it was both. It was a hybrid. Yeah, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid. It's a fucking hybrid. It's both.
I don't know,
it's
guys.
both.
I haven't started looking yet, so stay tuned.
No, you know what you should get?
What?
You know what you should get? The little smart cars. You know what I'm saying?
No,
the little smart.
That. I don't want to.
Bro, if I saw Ben J. Nassim with his hand on top of the wheel like this, whipping a fucking smart car, I would lose my fucking mind.
Right. I used to when I was in Austin, right? They had Car to Go, and for a while it was just stupid smart cars, and they were awful. Then they replaced them with Mercedes, and they were great because you would get like a really nice like Mercedes station wagon, and I'd be like pulling up to the airport and shit, and it was great.
All right, well, enough about cars, man.
Now they're out of the U.S. and you can't get the Car to Go.
Enough about cars. I'm looking to get a new car. I don't know. The problem is I'm always all over the place. I never know what the hell I'm going. But let's start talking about COD. Ben, we had the first day of the Dallas home series today, and man, what a crazy fucking day to kick it off. Day one here was nuts. Crazy matches, Ben.
Do we want to talk about the matches first, or do we want to talk about the announce?
The LAN announcement?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that first?
Yeah, we could talk about it. I mean, let them know, Ben. We got announced. We have LAN coming up, guys. We have LAN. They finally announced it. It's a step in the right direction, 4. Ben. What do you have to say about it?
Stage 4 LAN. It's going to be a closed event, so no spec. It's going to be at Esports Stadium Arlington, which is a nice facility. Tom, I don't know if you've ever seen an event over there. Call of Duty fans may remember the last COD event I can remember that was run there was the TST. One of the TST throwback tournaments was on there. It's a pretty cool setup over there. Probably going to be pretty easy for the CDL folks to run it. It should be interesting. And for the players, man, opportunity to play on LAN. We're going to get to stage 4, and that's going to be a big stage in determining the future of some of these teams, whether in qualify or not for champs. So it's good we're going to have that on LAN, man.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get back on LAN. Not to just get everything back to normal, but just so we just stop hearing all the complaints about it, right? Like, I just feel like...
No more, I would have won that.
Yeah, no more.
I would have won that series on LAN.
The fucking, all this fucking fugazi, on LAN, I would have won that. We would have won this on LAN, this, that. Like, it just goes back to a clean, fair slate, whatever, and it's just gonna be fun to watch, just to see. Now we don't have a crowd or anything like that, and obviously the energy of the crowd is exactly what we want LAN for. At least for me, that was my favorite part. But at least we're taking a step in the right direction, and things like this are gonna take time, especially with everything that's going on in the world. We're grateful enough to even keep this league still pumping. So we're lucky that we're able to do this online, but. Ben, let's get into the matches, man. We can talk about this. We had some crazy ones, man. We're kicking it off with LA Gorillas going up against the Minnesota Rocker. I know a lot of you guys want to talk about the New York Subliners, the Optic series. You guys are coming in. You guys are going fucking crazy. Everybody, there's pitchforks. There's people burning shit down, Ben. The streets are crazy right now. I saw the streets. People running up and down the fucking streets and shit. So we'll talk about it when we get there. But we also had a good series to kick things off, man. So, Ben, I want you to kick it off. I want you to give me your initial thoughts and, what's up?
Yeah. So I think the big talking point in this video was the raid control. I talked it over with a few people, and I really wish we could have someone from Minnesota in the show because I'm curious. So per the broadcast, it looks like LG was Team A, so they immediately took Garrison control off the board to get over his veto. So that puts Minnesota in, are we going to play raid or checkmate?
Yep.
And I wonder if Minnesota is not as comfortable on checkmate. So they decided, screw it, let's play raid. It's a bonus. And it ended up working out for them, Tom. It was. I'll kind of start loading the apocalypse here, so we can talk about map 1.
Yep.
But it was a good series, Tom. It didn't go 100% the way that I expected. I felt like after the second map, it was going map 5, but I felt like LIG were going to win map 3, and then Minnesota win map 4. Then the complete opposite of that happened.
Yep.
And then, man, we've been waiting for Priesta P-Dog to have a real takeover moment this season, to really like step up and have that moment, and he absolutely fried in game 5, Tom.
Yeah, he fried in game 5. You don't want to see it go all the way to a game 5, but I mean, he definitely stepped up when it mattered most. These teams are very head-to-head right now. I feel like LA Gorillas, on paper, they're not that scary, but for some reason, they seem like they're a well-rounded team. Like, I feel like they are playing on the same page, but at the same time, I worry about them sometimes because just like on paper, I don't know if they're going to be able to just take down a lot of these top teams. A lot of people are giving Apathy flack, but Apathy came out and he looked pretty good today. He had some donk mode moments, you know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool to see. But at the end of the day, Minnesota was the team on top. Big plays coming out of Standy once again. I mean, they picked up this kid Standy, and he has been so great for them, Ben. He's been making plays. He's definitely their leading slayer right now. I mean, just watching him play on a map and seeing how much of an impact he is for his team, it's incredible. But we actually have a listen in from the Minnesota Rocker during this match. I want to go tune in and see how they sound.
They're gonna spawn behind me. Low. No, they're spawning trench. They spawn P2. They spawn P2.
Yeah, they're spawn temple.
They have no sugar on hill. Watch out P2. He's gonna go back there.
Behind the truck. Behind the truck.
He's back here. One shot.
Top. Yo, we gotta clear out.
I'm gonna go right. Abs on me over here.
Wrap low. Come low, though.
I got naded. There's two clip. One's hitting left out.
Yo, go Q plus one. Top dead.
Nice. I naded hill.
I'm waiting for you.
I'm hopping up.
I'm gonna chop 10. He's on truck. I don't see him truck. Okay, truck, Justin. There's two on hill. I dropped it.
I got one hill.
Nice, one more silly on hill.
Under coop and clip. Back behind the truck now, behind the truck.
On a truck.
He shot me on hill.
Don't help yourself.
Good job. Stay down hill because they're
Well, it's a neck-and-neck hard point through our first set.
They sound pretty good, Ben. They sound pretty good. They came out with a lot of energy. Their small talk was on point. I noticed that we're seeing Apocalypse a little bit more, Ben. Why do you think that is? I just feel like we're seeing it a lot more now these last couple weeks.
Tom, it's for the reason we discussed on a show a couple of shows ago. Some of these teams now are confident that they're just going to win the bad side. So they're not worried about picking this map and not getting the P2 spawns. They feel pretty good about their ability to get P1, maybe flip for P2 with the rest of the hills. And I think that's why we're seeing it in a lot of series.
It's not.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, there were some comparisons, right? Parasite was coming on, comparing it to Hackney Yard. The flip is not as hard as it was on Hackney Yard. It's a lot easier to flip on Apocalypse than it was on Hackney Yard back in MW. I mean, this off the rip of this map, if you can get kills and get pushed up, you pretty much force the flip. I was talking to some of the New York guys. I was talking to ASOM. It's not really as bad of a side as people think. Now the problem is it's P2. Yeah, it is a big money hill, but I'm seeing teams break it a lot. I'm seeing teams break it and make it mixy, so I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I just like watching the map, to be honest. It's refreshing. It's something new.
Yeah, we saw it in both series, Tom, that the P2 is like literally insta-broke. So I think the OP conversation, you and I were roasting people come on the show talking about it, that I think teams have figured out it's really not that OP and they're willing to just square up on it.
Yep. This is, I know you're getting there, Ben, but the end of this game got a little bit mixy.
Well, I think this was kind of the situation right here. So you and I watched this together. Oh, I don't know where we just skipped.
I don't know where you went. Just get it back to business. Accuracy's in the chat. How you doing, Lamar?
We'll get back to the P4, Tom. But essentially what happens in this situation here is LAG is pushed up in a really good spot, and I'll skip back to it. But they do an unfortunate job of pushing out way too far in this turtle hill. And that leads to Minnesota flipping spawns. I think Minnesota end up getting some of this P4 time, and it sort of spirals from here. So right before this, you'll see a situation where they're pushed up. Silly's pushed up here on top of P3. They got a guy in hut. They got two guys in hill. So they don't really have anyone watching necessarily the cross to middle to really help out Silly if he dies here. And then you're just kind of taking one-on-one shells with a group of players. And so if we watch this out, Silly's going to get team shot by a bunch of people and push out from low.
He gets swarmed. He gets absolutely swarmed.
Then App kind of takes his close chow here, which I don't know if I necessarily agree with. And at this point, Sheen's in a really tough spot. He gets traded out, and all of a sudden, Tom, they're spawning out.
Yeah, it's a tough play for LA Gorillas, but it's also a great play by a Minnesota Rocker. They're like, listen, 25, 30 seconds are on hold. We're not just gonna fucking keep headbanging old and just wasting lives, giving them streaks, giving them all that time. Focus on new. I mean, they were disciplined. They said, you know what? All 4 of them hit the left side of the map. They went around. They took the routes together as a team. They worked out some kills, worked out some trades, and they flipped the spawns. And then they secure that last hill, and now they can win it here. And all they need to do is play tight and play some kills. So yeah, LA Guerrillas, maybe their setup was a little rough, but no matter where Silly's playing over there or how he's deciding to hold it, maybe you would have liked to see him back up a little bit since he's alone. You know, like maybe back up, maybe not push up, but just a good heads up play by Minnesota Rocker to stay disciplined and be like, you know what? Just go around, take a long route, get to the new hill, get the spawns and lock it down. Then you see Standees picking up kills. They secure the spawns. And then at this point you stack, you hold crossfires on the front. And then what are you going to do, Ben? They can't go anywhere. It's a GG map 1 and Minnesota come out hot.
Yeah, it was a good mixy game and ultimately came down to probably 1 or 2 plays. And yeah, it was an early start for Minnesota. They were feeling good. I felt like this was sort of a big map win for them. And then, Tom, we get into the S&D. Another real close one and went to round 11.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about a couple of rounds before that. I don't know about your thoughts, Tom. I kind of really love watching Moscow S&D.
It's one of my favorite S&D maps. I mean, yeah. Compared to Miami, I fucking love it. Again, and I'm going to say it again, and I know you're going to fucking counter me on this because you always do. Miami S&D, garbage. It's terrible.
I'm not countering you on that. I agree
Oh,
with
it's
that.
bad. It's fucking fugazi. It needs to get tossed. But at the same time, you also have Checkmate S&D, which is garbage on top of that as well. It's just some of these maps are just not cutting it for me in S&D. But watching that last map, Miami, was just like, it was just so, I couldn't watch it anymore. I was losing my fucking mind. But this Moscow, on the other hand, good map, Ben. I like it.
Yeah, this got pretty mixy at the end. A lot of B action from both teams, be able to get bombed down. So we saw a lot of retake situations going on down here. You know, for all of the hoopla about LAG's slaying ability in respawn, which you know I think is pretty fair. They've been a pretty solid S&D team, Tom, even before the change, and now especially. I feel like this is the one game mode where they're excelling at. And they had some good composure throughout this, some good setups, and some great retakes, especially led by Cheen. I really liked how they played this map from start to finish.
Yeah, no, they played really well. I think the main thing for me, the takeaway, is LAG, they're very patient in their S&Ds. I feel like it's going to be their best game mode just because of the team that they have on paper. They definitely have a good idea of what they're doing. I saw them breaking ankles a lot on the offensive side. You know, they were trying to toy with Minnesota Rocker a little bit. And they looked really good. Money Cheen was making big plays. I'm really happy to see Cheen kind of come into this roster and kind of make some noise. Because I know with the whole Vivid replacement, there's a lot of noise being made. And I still don't know what the heck's going on with Vivid. I know he's still sitting on the bench over there at LA Guerrillas. But you're going to want to see LA Guerrillas maybe putting some results together and maybe getting some W's under their belt. Because, Ben, I don't know about you, but I feel like this roster needs a little bit more, like a little bit more oomph. What do you think?
I mean, I think my overall thoughts on sort of how this series is played, I don't think Silly has had a fantastic game since they made the change. So a little bit of slaying will help. But it's the inconsistency, Tom, and what they've been getting, especially from their AR players. The AR players really didn't have the greatest slaying in this. Now, I will say that both Assault and Chino played very well in the S&Ds and both S&Ds. But ultimately, I think for LAG right now, they have a really good canvas to work off of in S&D. I know they lost a game 5. It's the respawns are going to take them a little bit of time to kind of figure out here. And I don't know if they necessarily have the talent to really stand up and play well against some of these top respawn teams that we're seeing.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, what are they playing for? You know what I'm saying? Are they playing for first or second, or are they playing for like top 6? I just feel like this team might need a little bit more. And I know they still have Vivid over there on the bench, so I don't know what they're doing. I don't really know what they're doing. Ben, the end of this game ended crazy with a big team kill. Dylan Attach again, getting stuck in the back of the head. What are your thoughts on that? I feel like Attach is just a fucking magnet at this point. He can't get away from the team nades, man.
Yeah, well, let's skip through here. So Minnesota get a good play, and then we'll get to round 11 here in a sec.
Chino made the fucking play.
And then
Chino made a great play here, guys.
Chino made a great play here.
Notice, and I'm gonna break it down for you. No, when we get to the round 11, I mean, LA Guerrillas, they're trying to close it out, but Minnesota Rocker, they hold on strong. The Guerrillas, I like to play how they try and rush straight to B and just try and get it down right away. They don't waste any time this round. I mean, there's still a minute left on the clock when they're getting the bomb down. They don't waste any time. But the problem was the post plant. Their setup was a little broken. Nobody was even watching that back door. Attach was able to just sneak on in, kill the bomb carrier. He was left by himself, no cover whatsoever. And then once Minnesota gets in here and gets control of the site, all they need to do is just hold angles on bomb and just make sure they're trading effectively. And that's exactly what they did. They pushed it to around 11, and round 11s always get real mixy, man. They always get real mixy. I feel like
this one especially, Tom. This was as mixy of a round 11.
Yeah, this was a very mixy round 11. I was getting deja vu back when Minnesota was round 11 with Optic in this map, and accuracy popped that crazy 3-piece. Yeah. It was just I love round 11s, but you can run it. What's up, Ben?
Well, I want to, before I run it, I know Stinny's in the chat. So from we only really get kind of a third-person view of what happens here, but would love to know kind of what happened between Standy and Attach here. Once again, you really hate to see Attach get naded another round 11.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, they do get a pretty quick blood here in middle, and they're able to actually get this back to a 3v3, but it gets a little bit crazy from here.
Which is weird to me. Why are they running backwards? Like, why? Whoever's middle, like, why run backward? Like, why are they running backwards? I don't get it. Like, their strat was to hit mid, and then when they team naded, you were just like, fuck it, and you ran backwards. Like, they should have just held the lanes. I mean, it would have been great. It would have been good for them. But regardless, it doesn't matter. It's a 3v3 situation. Minnesota make the best out of what's going on. The team need comes down. Money Chin is able to make a play. He gets a kill on somebody on the street. He makes it a 2v2 situation. But right here is the play I like. Notice the patience from Chin. He's not challenging anything. He's just throwing shimmies. He's getting angles. He's waiting right now. He's waiting for Assault to go all the way around. Once Assault bites, he hits it. He hits it. Assault bites. He gets one. Gets the other guy weak. Assault comes in for a trade. Overall, just great plays out of Chino. Great plays at Los Angeles Guerrillas to wait for each other, use that teamwork. And that's what I like about this roster, right? On paper, the ceiling and the talent it's there, but I don't know if it has the same amount of oomph and firepower as some of these other teams. But one thing you can't knock them for is their teamwork and their ability to clutch up and make plays like that. I mean, it's great to see, especially from Money Chin, because he's a good fucking guy. He's always coming in with positivity, and even in the listenings, you heard it with Los Angeles Guerrillas. You heard Chino just getting absolutely hyped, and we'll get to that as we go on to the next map. We'll take a listen, but it's good to see these guys clutching up this map number 2.
Yeah, I mean, the only other kind of point I had about this round, and unless the Codcaster is kind of messed up here, I noticed that neither Assault nor Priesta shot each other in this situation. I was a little surprised. You know Preston, he's got a lot of confidence. He's pulling out the gunny. I was a little surprised that he didn't pull out here and at least try and shoot at Assault. He just kind of dives back, and it puts him in a really tough spot because he's right in the Chin's crosshairs there. So a little bit of a 50-50 play that ended up kind of making a difference here, and obviously good plays from Assault to make that play to begin with and then get the final kill to win the map for them.
Yeah, I think it just threw Preston off. I think when Preston threw that shimmy and saw Assault coming from mid, maybe he just thought that multiple people were there. I don't know what the heck happened to your game. You're fucking gone. Oh, there you go. I don't know. The auto search was messed up. But yeah, it was a good play overall just by Chino just to wait. But I think Preston might have thought that maybe there was multiple there. He just didn't want to jump out and die. He wanted to play his life. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Whatever. Overall, good play out of LA Guerrillas. They end up clutching up, and then we go into a raid control, Ben.
This was a surprising one. We've seen how good LAG have been on this map recently, and Minnesota basically body bagged them on this map. And that's including the fact that Lamar burned his streaks in round 2 and probably didn't need to do that. They just looked like the more dominant team, the more cohesive team on this map. They were making a lot of dynamic plays, making it so hard for LAG on offense to get anything going. And then when Minnesota was on offense themselves, they do a good job of just getting kitchen control, manipulating the team in and around B, and getting themselves in favorable positions to cap this harder point.
Yep, I also just got confirmation that Asim and Clayster will be joining us on the show for the next series. So it's always a pleasure to have the New York guys come on after a big W, man. We fucking love them for that. So make sure we get some wasters, some wastems in the chat. Show these guys some love for taking time out of their day to come talk to us. But Ben, raid control, man. It's again. It's one of those maps where the offensive side is, you can actually win rounds on offense. I don't think the defensive side is that OP. Accuracy was able to find streaks early, and he uses them early. He goes absolutely rogue with his streaks. Minnesota, they win the first offense, but I don't know if I agree with the streak usage. Bombing that site when there's just a little sliver left of it being capped. What are your thoughts about some of the streak usage we were seeing?
I wasn't a fan of it. Just give me a second. I'm inviting Preston wants to join us, but.
Priesta, big dog.
I thought from the side of Minnesota, I don't know, maybe I would have held on to those streaks for offense. On Lamar's side, they ended up getting map control out of them, but he didn't get a lot of kills. So it's kind of a mixed decision from him.
User was moved.
Not 100% sure what's good. but
Barista, ladies and gentlemen, we got
P-Dog
for
in
the
the
first
chat.
time on the flank, Barista,
Hey, I had to come at some
aka
point,
P-Dog.
man.
You had to,
Yeah.
P-Dog. You had to, bro. How you doing, kid?
Good. I wanted to talk about that round 11 that you were talking about.
Yeah.
In the 2v2.
Yeah.
So like, I shouldered Assault on the mid plat and I saw him and I knew he was gonna kind of hold the pre-aim. So like my whole thought process was to come back and help Eli just 2v1.
Yeah.
Cheating on the street. I didn't know he was in though. I thought he was still gonna be on the street and he just caught me off guard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looked like you got caught with your pants down. You didn't
Yeah,
look like he was there.
it was either we 2v1'd him or I acted like I almost didn't see Assault and just sat in closet and just waited for him to push me.
Yeah, no, 100%. I saw what you were trying to do, and for all you knew, like there could have been two guys out there plat. Like you just might not have seen one or something. Like I like to play 2v1 somebody. You get the information, but it was just unlucky. I mean, honestly, Cheeto made a great play as well. Just really
he
like
did.
slow playing it. So I just wanted to give Chino props for the play. But we go into raid control at Preston, and
yeah,
you guys come fucking firing. You smoke them.
So before
Yeah.
you get in this, Preston, from your POV, and if you don't want to give too much of a window into it, I totally understand. Like, do you guys just feel more confident on raid over checkmate versus team? Like, what was the thought process with the veto here?
I mean, for us, like, I don't know exactly how it went down, because I usually just go in and I'm like, yo, whatever the team feels most comfortable playing, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah.
But we've been playing really well in on-raid control and scrims, so it was mainly just like we're just confident on the map.
Okay.
Okay, because this fucking Ben guy, every time he sees a fucking veto, every time he sees a veto, P-Dog, he goes, what the fuck, what are they doing? Like,
I mean, raid control is definitely one of our better controls right now. Like, it's been one of our best controls throughout the year.
So,
to be
so
to be fair.
Ben, what's the problem with the veto? Why were you so frustrated before?
Oh,
Talk to me. Talk to me, Ben.
I was initially frustrated, but I talked it out with people, and like I see the wisdom from your guys' POV that you feel like you could square up with them on raid control. You know, they have one map win on checkmate and Garrison all year. And then when I saw you guys won, I thought this series is in the bag because you guys have been pretty good on checkmate hardpoint. But it sort of like walk us through this map, kind of the struggles you guys had then going into the game 5.
Yeah, our checkmate's been like a little weird, especially like the P3s and P4s. I think we're on the same page of how we want to play it, but it's just the wrong page. So we definitely got to like rethink how we want to play this map because we're making a lot of mistakes right now on it. But I mean, there's some days we'll get on checkmate and we'll absolutely fry, and there's just days where we're just inconsistent on the map right now.
Yeah, you just gotta find your consistency. I actually want to go into this listening, Ben, if you want to rewind it a little bit and just hear how Los Angeles Guerrillas is common. I know a lot of people like listening to listening, and I just like hearing Chino during this listening because obviously LA Guerrillas, they're down right now. They're down a map, and it's just good to hear a lot of high energy coming from Chino. So let's tune in.
You guys in the Discord?
I got the trophy.
I'll block.
Yellow crate, he's a little weak in yellow crate already.
I'm nading this
Actually,
side.
might push it. I think he's still in there.
Fight fork.
Back up.
Fork
Over,
coming.
challenge. I am. Yellow crate, I'm helping you.
Priest might jump over.
I got you.
Make
He's
sure.
top lane, drop the job. We're missing one.
Right.
I might not see him right. Could be playing.
Okay, one right. We're missing one. It's
Yeah,
Eli, right? It's Eli.
I think it's
I
Eli.
don't see him.
I'm rapping right.
Go ahead.
You're nothing holding me.
He's not playing.
Was holding me now? That's Eli right there. We're good. There's 3 ult.
Playing Dylan.
My
He's
fork.
Stay.
I
think he's flying up B-wing. Dylan. He's gonna be on you.
He's in front of you.
Got him.
Nice job. Stay left, right.
Hold
I
it.
flash him back steps or something.
I need our pillar. I'm one wood.
Hit him on Nader Alley.
I got you.
I'm in time. I have no trophy, guys. Trying to get back steps.
Hold him up,
Flash.
pillar.
I need a trophy. He's a low B-wing. No.
I
Nice, sit down.
got one pillar. Still pillar, guys. Other kid's probably exit.
I got needed. I have no trophy still, guys.
He's showing me right.
Front
Dead. I got Brian. I'm shouting him.
I'm gonna have a trophy
Still
too.
pillar,
I'll have a trophy.
I hit him once. Try to push him.
I'm flooding time.
Run away.
Front right pillar.
You're
Good. I got you. Stay down.
Alright, Eli's close right. One's our graffiti. One's our graffiti.
No trophy.
Brian, one's our
One
graffiti.
graffiti.
Okay,
I've got your front, Sheen.
Graffiti.
Top viewing.
Yeah, I'm twice. I'm funny hill.
Brian killed me.
I got
One
pistol.
time.
Last
One
time
time.
probably.
You
He's
one
close.
time.
You absolute.
Nice.
Stay down.
Or something.
I think he's top B. I'm
replaying
time with you.
I'm replaying time with you.
Forward,
Turn
Danny.
to abs. One shot.
LAG looking to hold on toward
Yeah,
this.
great comms. It's just nice to see a team that's down in the series right now, just trying to come back with that fire, right, and push this to a game number 5. So I definitely wanted to give props there on the comms, and I also want to give props to Apathy because I feel like a lot of people are, they have a lot of choice words to say about Apathy sometimes when he's not performing. And I know Apathy has that ceiling that he can hit, and he's been doing it for a really long time. And he went absolutely donk mode this map. This guy
He definitely fried on this
he was
one.
all over. He's a fucking animal, guys.
Yeah,
he
App was doing his thing for sure.
He was doing the fucking what App does best. Sometimes he just cracks up, bro. This guy's just out of nowhere. He's
That
just
it starts pounding his chest.
yeah,
and popping
bro.
Pieces.
It's fucking.
like, damn,
that's what donk
can't do
mode
nothing
is.
against
That's what
that, man.
fucking donk mode is. There's a fucking spider on my wall. I'm about to fucking.
Oh shit.
It's
Be
dead.
careful, brother.
Have a
Okay,
good
there we go.
fucking day. Have a good
Have
fucking
a
day.
good day.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll be seeing you.
But Donk, he came out and he did his fucking thing, man. So I just want to give props there.
They did good right here. This is actually a play that I was gonna talk about, like in that P1. We like messed up by like even trying to contest. Like you saw me lay down and contest. We should have just held for kills because like every kill they were gonna get, we were just gonna spawn out.
Yeah.
And we tried to play too heavy for the contest, and it ended up like it was not good for us. They just flipped us out. They got to New Hill and was making mixing.
Yeah, once the flip was here, I was a little worried for you guys. I thought it was kind of chalked.
Yeah.
They just build their lead to so much right here. I mean, they basically win the game after getting all this time. So they play good. LA Gorillas, they just worked some clean breaks. They had some really good holds. Their comms were on point. And we ended up pushing it to a game number 5. I think for Minnesota, I think the main thing that I got from Preston is just finding some more consistency on this map and just maybe trying to minimize some of those mistakes. We talk about it all the time that when you get to the highest level, it basically comes down to whatever team makes the less mistakes is going to win, rather than what team is playing better. Well, I guess that means they're playing better, right? If they make less mistakes. So we end up going to a game 5, Miami, S&D, P-Dog. I fucking hate this map. I hate
I did too,
it.
but like
I fucking hate it.
it's growing on me now. Now that I had a good map, but yeah, I hate the map.
You got 3 kills in this round. I mean, you really went off on almost all these rounds, sort of.
Honestly, after this first round, I got so much confidence when I got like that kill right there and then 2-piece him. I was like, yo, I'm beaming. Like this is when I started feeling myself like instantly.
Yeah. This is when P-Dog starts hitting that zone, guys. And when P-Dog hits that zone, it gets real scary. I've seen it live. I've seen it live when he sits next to me on main stage. I've seen it, bro. Good times, P-Dog, back in the day, by the way.
Yeah,
Good fucking...
we had some good moments.
Yeah,
man.
bro. We had some fucking good moments, good times, man. I love watching you with an AR in your hand. I've always loved it. Even when we teamed, I loved watching you run an AR. I think it was like Black Ops 4 when you really made that switch to running a sub, where you kind of got thrown into that SOG role. But seeing you on an AR is refreshing because, like you said, when you hit that zone, I just feel like you're beaming, bro. But you, what did you end up finishing with? Real kills?
I think it was 17 and 4.
This guy dropped fucking 17 real close. What was your EKIA?
18. Dude, that's why after the match, I was like, wait, I had 17 real kills? What the hell?
Damn. That's next level, bro. That's fucking next level. Well, good shit, man. You went the fuck off. Ben, is there anything that really caught your eye in this series or what?
Yeah, a couple of rounds. So Apathy makes a great play here. You guys just don't pick him up, and he hits this nice little pinch. Shoots a couple people
I
in the
don't know
back.
what Eli was doing right here because I was like trying to finesse and I was like trying to get Eli to help me, but I think he was worried about the guy back alley.
Yeah,
Like,
Eli,
if you rewind it and pause it, you see him is like crouched behind the van. He could have just turned around low key and probably shot him like right here.
yeah,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
just turn to shoot him. He's probably dead.
Yeah.
is a little too focused on the guy purple, even though no one was there. Even that was App. But yeah, App goes ahead. He breaks this round. And it was kind of a back and forth map.
I mean, it was all defense.
It was all
Yeah.
defense.
The whole
until-
fucking map. It was like, okay, if somebody could just win an offense, they're probably gonna win the fucking thing.
The last round was an offense.
Yeah, the last round, exactly. And I loved the way you guys played it. I loved the way Minnesota played that last round. Instead of just bullshitting around and just trying to get picks and stuff, they just banged out the B site and got the bomb down. Like they just force planted it and made LA Gorillas uncomfortable. And even LAG, it was their setup too. I mean, we'll get there eventually when we get to the end of the game, Ben. I don't know if there's anything you want to talk about, but the only thing I really got from this map is the defense team just held a basic setup. They held their lanes, had got their information, and just pretty much held. I mean, it was pretty much defense wins all the way to the last couple rounds, no?
Yeah, I think there were a couple of opportunities you guys probably had on probably the later rounds where you guys were able to get bombed down B. And it just became a situation where Eli planted and died, and then maybe you guys got the trade. But you just never won those 3v3 situations. It looked like LG was always willing to just fly to purple and pinch you guys when you guys were docks. But you guys did eventually win. You guys actually, I think you won on a B plan at the end, right? Correct?
Yeah, we did.
So
Look at Assault fucking.
I like this.
It's a good play. It's a good play to crouch under
He
the
almost
window.
doesn't get
like
away
that.
with it because his foot goes clips through the wall. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. I haven't seen anyone do that in like a long time.
Bro, you got shot at by like three or four.
Dude, I wish they were
on.
on me this entire round because this round was absolutely crazy on my screen.
Yeah, I
Like,
just
I
feel like it
one
was
shot like
hectic.
6 times.
It's one of those moments. What are they throwing tacks at you and nades, and you're like dipping and diving?
I don't know how you didn't die there. I mean, Lamar
Lamar got team
shot,
shotted. Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
I
said-
mean,
you
Lamar
said
kind of
Honey
like Lamar kind of saved me, to be honest. If he didn't
Yeah.
chow out right there, I would have been dead. He would have been alive. So he kind of just like sacrificed himself
Yeah,
for
he
me. To be
sacrificed
honest.
and you got out of there 100%. But good plays. I mean, bro, I was just a little confused at what the hell LAG was doing. Bro, there's 9 seconds left on the clock when they make their move for the bomb.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm telling you, bro. On my screen, I was literally one shot like 6 times at those stairs.
And
So
that's
they-
what I'm saying. Why aren't they pushing you? Like, why aren't they going? Like, why are they just letting you just sit there one shot? Like, what
Yeah.
are they waiting for? That's why I don't understand. Like, when I watch some teams play S&D, especially on the offensive side, especially on maps like this where it's very defensive heavy, like, why wait to the last 20 seconds to plant a bomb when at that point you're just allowing teams to hit flanks and hit long routes and pin you in on the bomb site, which is why towards the end of the game when you guys were like, fuck it, I'm just gonna hit I think it was Standy who just like rushed that B bomb and just got it down. You don't give LA Gorillas any time to think and try and make a play and try and like pin you in, you know what I'm saying? You just force the play on them. So I just was really confused at what the fuck LAG was doing right there, especially because you were one shot in the corner, just like bouncing around.
I was popping up and like tagging them too,
Yeah,
and I was like
finessing,
throwing tags and
finessing.
stuff at them. So like I was like slowing them down.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's also kind of hard like when you're hitting beach to just sprint because you're always worried about like
A
the
guy
back
up
right
top.
HUD, the guy up top. Like there's so many different angles you can get shot at. So like a lot of people don't just like say screw it, I'm just running up the beach and just trying to kill this guy. You know what I mean?
100%. But you can't sit there the whole round
Yeah,
and not
you
make a
can't,
play.
You can't, yeah.
Like you're
once
gonna
it's, like,
have to
20
do
seconds,
it
you're
right.
pretty much screwed.
Like you're gonna have to do it eventually, and if you just waste all your time in the round, you have no time to work with. I mean, you're just gonna get pinned down the site. You're gonna get shot. Look, you guys are curb right now, like just shooting. They're fucked. They're fucked.
They're fishing a barrel on the beach, Tom.
They're what? What did you say?
Fish in a barrel on the beach.
A fish in a barrel on the beach. Okay, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that one, Ben.
Thank you for that. We actually have JP in the chat. He's coming in. He does the analytics for the
That's
New
the
York
hot stats.
Subliners, and he actually came in here and said that Miami is more defensive heavy than Checkmate, which is interesting. Then Joel
Very
came in
interesting.
and added JP and said, "Cap, Joel, you don't know jack shit. I'm sure
Oh,
JP."
we're exposing Joel later today.
Oh
boys,
yeah,
but go ahead.
Joe, we're gonna get on you, bro. We're gonna fucking, we got
We-
something
we-
on you, bro. We gotta talk about it. We gotta fucking talk about it. We'll get there in the next series. But
I mean, we definitely messed up those stats our last check. I mean, we lost like every defense, so.
yeah, true. Which I mean, sometimes that happens, but like for the like, let's be honest, like it's still defensive heavy.
Nah,
but
it is super defensive heavy.
sometimes the maps play out like that. But again, this is a good play by Manichino. I think to get this first blood. This is a good angle. I feel like people, right? This is a really good angle. You just kind of be patient, wait till somebody peeks. Tats kind of got caught with his pants down. He ends up going down. We have Merc in the chat. Let's get a work in the chat, man. Show Joey DeLuca some love. You know what I'm saying? Show the guys some fucking love.
Tom, I'll say this about Gene.
What's up?
I looked like a real, you and I were a little critical of them dropping Vivid, but I think Gene's looked pretty good on this team. I know that their series record isn't the greatest, but I can see why they felt like he would provide value to this team. Gene's a veteran, his comms are good.
I mean, he's a
His
great
gun
player. He's always been a
gun
great
is good.
player.
Brings the passion. I feel like Gene's
passion.
passion, and he's just like I feel like Gene's just like a really good teammate.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I
he
remember
is.
playing IW8s with him that was like the first time I started like talking to him really, and he was just going hard. I was like, yo, this guy's a go. Hold on. Never
Passion,
since
bro.
then, like
When he got thrown into the pit, P-Dog, he never bitched or moaned or did anything. He stayed positive. He's always so positive on social media. Like he's always so positive, always trying
he
to
is.
make people laugh. He's always making videos. He's always smiling. I mean, it makes my day when I see some of the videos that he makes and some of the stuff that he posts on social media. So I was saying it when we were watching back the first couple maps. I was like, just seeing him back in action and just playing really well. And in the listenings, just seeing him bring the hype and the energy, it's incredible to see, man. It's just
No, it's cool to see for sure.
Tom, one thing I noticed watching these rounds back, and I think was a big reason why you guys were able to take a lot of these defenses, is just your aggression out of B on these back-to-back defensive rounds. Obviously, that first one, you guys got pushed up because they had no one watching that side. You were able to get kills curb, and that second time, you guys killed the guy's docks, and basically, again, you basically just pinched him beach, and they had nowhere to go.
Yeah. I gotta give credit to Eli. Sandy was making play calls, like, because normally, like, I'll just be going boat, like, almost every round, and then he, like, this game, he was like, yo, let's hit the garage, and then the next round, he's like, yo, let's just do it again. I was like, all right, and it ended up working out both rounds, and I think it caught him off guard for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%. Standy's a playmaker, man, and I'm happy that he's coming in and he's being vocal. Cause he's, a lot of young guys. I don't know about Standy, but a lot of young guys, they come in and they're just very quiet and they don't want to talk over anybody and they just kind of go with the flow and just play their own game. But I feel like I've been watching some of the content that the Rockers been putting out, and Standy, he just seems super vocal. It seems like he's coming in and he's got a lot of input.
When he first joined the team, he was very vocal, and then it kind of like slowed down a little bit. But now he's like getting back up. I think he got kind of comfortable with us, and then like slowed down a little bit. But like his comms are definitely picking up again, and it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Even in respawns.
Yeah, stuff like that definitely helps, especially a young guy who has such a different outlook of seeing the game. Because I always think young guys who are coming in always know something, you know, like there's always something that they could teach you. Like if you're a veteran in the scene, like if you should always respect the young guys coming up and try and learn from them as well, because you know the young guys are going to learn a lot from the vets, but it can go both ways. So it's cool to see Eli, aka Standy, coming in doing his thing. Again, my little cousin Coach Vinny, he's been saying Standy's
Big Eli fan.
He's been saying Standy should be picked up since he was like fucking 15 years old. So you know, you got to give credit to Vinny, you got to give credit to Standy. And I'm happy to see Standy in the league doing what he's doing, man. Because he's super talented. Because he's another one, man. I was just saying it, P-Dog, in the beginning. I was like, this guy comes in, and the impact that he has on the map for you guys is insane. It's nuts.
Oh yeah, no,
Hey,
he
wake
definitely helped us a lot. Just like the whole change just helped us tremendously.
Yep. But let's talk about this final round, right? This is the offensive round that you guys end up winning. You guys take the bomb through purple.
Some good finesse out of Lamar here. I don't know if he's hitting some snakes. I don't know if he's just crashing up and down, but doing a good job not getting pieced and back to kind of.
Okay, so he brings the bomb back. So did you guys hit purple and then rotate the bomb back? Is that what you did?
Yeah. So Eli and Dill hit top purple, and then they got purple control, and then Eli jumped back down because it's hard to jump
finesse out of there.
You don't want to jump out of top to bomb because you're just gonna get shot from everywhere.
Right. And this is where I'm pause it, Ben. With LAG, why do they not have anybody pushed up on that B site? Like on the stairs, like, you know, usually you have people playing the truck, playing some corners. They just gave up the whole site. They just gave it up. What are your thoughts?
Usually I go garage and usually I spot people, but I don't know how they were playing it, but they weren't like trying to hold us back or anything. They kind of just were giving it to us.
They had a good strat though, because they would team shoot the guy coming off the plant and just make it a 4v3. So I think it kind of worked out for them. They got quite a few B retakes in this map, so the strategy they have was working pretty well.
Yeah, it was working well, but at the same time, like, I just see Minnesota Rocker taking full advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just force plant the bomb. They know that they're playing there. If they can just slide on and get the bomb down. Now you have to deal with Preston on this head glitch and them just holding crossfires and like all you need to do is get the bomb down, whether you die or not. If you can slide onto that bomb, get cover and get it down before you get naded or get pushed, you're good to go. I mean, you're just setting up your team for greatness.
I don't know what Assault's doing there. Like you know what guy's on this heady, and he makes no attempt to. They don't even team shoot this. He just tries to sprint to the exit of the garage and basically
pause it, and then you also have Chino across the map, and I think what Chino's trying to do is maybe he thinks that somebody might be playing like a late flank or something, and he might catch one slipping mid map, but eventually like you have to go, and especially with Assault and Silly, it's like wait for Cheen. Like they need to do something together here. Like they need to.
I don't mind the late flank from Cheen. It's just these two guys need to work it better. If they can trade this kill, like they have bomb. Like at this point, number 5 is gonna have to check bomb eventually, and they'll pinch him out.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I just think they, you can't get these free kills right here. Like Assault doesn't challenge.
He almost got a cross, but it probably would have been better if they just double chowed it.
He should have just slide canceled out and chows again. They should have just chowed it. They should just double
me down
it
instantly, so I can't get a kill. At least.
Yeah.
Cheen's in the mix here with like 20 seconds left. Like it's just though, like you guys end up team shooting Silly and it's over at this point. Like they never got. If one of those two guys has gotten any kills, I think this play from Cheen would have worked out well.
If they double chow that and back you off, Preston, and Chino's making a play in the pinch, like you might be screwed.
Yeah, we probably are.
Especially if Lamar dies. Especially if Chino finds Lamar and kills him. Like you guys might be screwed here. But regardless, you don't die. They don't chow you, and you take full advantage of it, and you get some nice shots there on Assault. I mean, those are also just good shots. Good reactive time to get a blood there. You make it a 2v2. And then Chino again, he's stuck by himself. He's in a 1v2 situation. You guys take him down. Good offensive win, man. It was great to see you guys just hit that site. And you said, who made the play call? Who made the play call to hit the site like that?
I'm not sure who called it. It's probably either Eli or Dill, because we've been trying to get our subs to kind of just tell us what they want to do and what plays they want to make and kind of work around it. So I'm assuming it was one of them two. I can't remember though.
Yeah, no, it was a good play. But congratulations on the win, man. Anything that you guys are looking to fix? I know you want to fix some consistency, but any key things that you guys really want to change going into the next series?
Especially before you guys play Dallas,
Yeah, I mean, there's just a few maps that we need to focus on, and just S&Ds we got to just be more consistent at, just like not throwing our lives away, not trying to do too much. That's really all we need to focus on.
Yeah. No, for sure. I appreciate you coming on, P-Dog. You're welcome to stay for the rest of the show if you want. It's up to you, but it's always good to get players coming on after a series win just to kind of get their input and see what they have to say. But You're the fucking man, and good shit that last map to close it out for your squad, bro. You're fucking frying.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, nah, I needed to hop on. I've been watching all the shows, so I was like, you know what? I gotta hop on at some point. Might as well be today.
Yeah, bro. Fucking.
gotta get the old chem going here.
Yeah. Today was a good day to come on. I mean, it's fun when everybody joins up because everybody's just chilling, having a good time, you know.
Channel.
Yeah,
But-
100%.
But now we got to get into the next series, P-Dog, because we got the New York Subliners going up against Optic Chicago, and this was a big one. My man Hydra was frying. The
Great for
French
my draft
phenom
team. Love that.
was absolutely piecing. We actually have Asim, who just joined us today in the call. Asim, how you doing, kid?
What's going on, people?
Hey, Asim, what's up, Asim? How you doing?
Dog. Hey,
How you
Ben.
doing?
Hey, Tommy. I
Asim,
appreciate
big
having me on
win.
the show.
Big win today. Big win, kid.
Big win. Listen, Tom, you know the vibes. Every time I win, I gotta get on the flank.
Yeah, you gotta get on the show, man.
It's a tradition.
It's a fucking tradition at this point. Where the fuck is Clay?
Yo,
I
I'm about to
texted him,
hop
he's gonna
on.
get
But,
on.
yo, congrats, Asim, on your dub, bro.
Yeah,
You're a
but
fucking
likewise,
beast.
Preston. Likewise.
P-Dog,
Alright,
you're the
good.
fucking man, bro. Thank you for
Have a good
coming
day,
on.
Preston. Have a good day.
Have a good
Wait,
day.
P-Dog,
Have a good
before you go,
day.
you're in Dallas, no?
Yeah.
Hey, wake up.
What, we can't get a bite to eat? Can't go for a fucking walk or something?
Hey, I'm down, but you always grinding, man. You
I am always grinding. I was talking to Dylan yesterday, aka Tatch, for those of you who don't know who Dylan is. But I'm down to start like going out during the day, go get lunch or something, go for a little walk, get some air. You know,
Yeah, we should. I'm definitely down.
might
I'm
be
down
good
whenever.
for all of us. You know what I'm
User
saying?
was moved
Get
to
some
we're all
sunlight.
we're all fucking grinding.
can
But
I come
I Clay, everybody can
Yeah,
fucking
let's
come.
go.
You guys realize I live 3 minutes away, right?
Yeah, I know, and we haven't done anything since.
Sunday night, let's have a party at my house, bro.
I'm down. Let's fucking do it. I'm
Party
down for. I'm always down for a little party. But Preston, thank you for coming on, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, peace out, guys.
You fucking
Hey,
go
bro.
later, bro.
Have a good day, Preston. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Later. Have a good day. Have a good fucking day. We have Clayster, ladies and gentlemen, joining us again on the flank. How you doing, Clay?
You gotta think I got fucking horked on the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
3
Yeah,
matches.
I was about to come on and say, how is life in the dance sport today?
Hey, it's proof that the system works, bro. It's proof, like, just go where you're supposed to go, do what you're supposed to do, even if you're not getting kills. The results look like that.
Can I ask you
That's
something,
facts.
Clay?
Sure, bud.
What the fuck did you give Hydra for lunch today?
He was drinking caffeine. He normally doesn't drink caffeine.
Is that
Got
what it
me in
is?
there, sipping on the game fuels.
Bro, there
He was
was
sipping on
one.
your game fuels.
Yeah, he was sipping on your team, huh?
The ones
Your
that he
game
stole
fuel.
from me, he stole
Yep.
the fucking game fuels. It's comedy because there was one S&D round where he just completely fried or popped a piece or something, and I just see him smiling, just sipping on the orange game fuel, and I was just like, let's go.
Ooh,
My
love that.
man's getting fucking twisted. It's
So-
nice to see him get comfortable with the squad. It's nice.
Tommy, I think it was a week ago. I think Clay brought it up. He was like, "Hey, Paco, so like, do you have like, energy drinks, like game fuel? Like, what do you have, right?" And he's like, "No, just water." And I was like, "Okay, all right, this guy's the
Yeah.
only water player. Like, that's a good sign."
Yeah.
And then literally like midway through the series, JP's like, "Yo, this guy's frying. He's sipping on a game fuel." I'm like, "What? No way!"
That's what
And,
I do.
like,
The sip. You
dude,
just sip on it. You
Hey,
don't
same
tug
thing
game
as
fuels.
Simp,
You just
bro.
sip them.
That guy barely takes any caffeine. Like, dude, those dudes clean as fuck, bro, and they be
Wait, who?
Simp, Chris.
Simp. That guy's caffeined out of his fucking mind.
Does he get caffeined out of his mind now?
Yeah. No, wait. Simp?
When I play with him, he would drink like a fucking 1 game fuel, you know?
Really?
Nah,
I thought that guy was cracked on caffeine. I thought he would go crazy.
Chris gets coffee. I think. I don't know if he's
Yeah,
getting a lot of caffeine.
this year I've switched to the coffee wave, and man,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Coffee is unreal.
Yeah, the coffee's good.
Or
a lot
you
of
see the MC gimmick.
Everyone's
Coke.
saying, yeah, hold on.
The
Everyone's saying,
McDonald's
in the chat, you're completely 100% false.
yeah.
Christopher Simp is one of the cleanest players in the league in
Yeah.
terms of everything, bro. I hate that whole stigma, bro.
In terms of, let's just say how it is. Fucking Adderall. You guys keep fucking spamming Adderall in the fucking chat. Simp is not on Adderall. I know that fucking kid. Now, we don't know what the fuck's going on in the
Kid's
league.
a good kid. Why are you saying he takes fucking drugs? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Because when people are really good, I mean, that's what everybody says. When somebody fries or they're like cracked because they're drinking caffeine, everybody just wants to
Pupils
accuse them of
don't
taking
lie,
Adderall.
brother. We're staring at a screen, like fucking calling out at 1,000,000 miles a minute, brother.
Oh, give me
Like,
a
what do you
fucking
mean?
break with these assholes. Look at his pupils. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You guys don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, Tomas, when it's game time, like your brain just goes into another level of focus where like you just don't care about anything but the game, and that's why you're just hella focused. And
Bro,
that's why
do you know how many
every
ti-
game on their player cam looks
Bro.
like they're just wired because they are. They're just hella focused on the match.
Everybody's gone through it, man. There's series where I'm just all I drink was water or fucking caffeine, some game fuel, and people were like, Zooma's on fucking Adderall because my eyes were just wide open, like super focused, and I'm like, dude. Guys, like, come on, what are you, a fucking doctor these days? You're looking at pupils through a 720p screen? Give me a fucking break.
Bro, I want to know who's the first player to really live up to the crackhead name, you know? Like, get a straight crack pipe on the cam, you know? Just hit the rock.
Can we move on?
Wait.
Yeah, discuss the vetoes.
You're saying somebody's coming on doing fucking drugs on the fucking cam.
I mean, bro, when is somebody going to actually get cracked, you know?
right.
Like, dude, they're going to fry. I'm joking. I'm not advocating for this. I'm just joking.
All right,
Ben,
listen,
what are your
I
questions?
don't want Zab to Matos in my DMs. Come on, let's move on here.
Oh.
All right, Ben, what are your questions? Let's hear.
All right, Ben.
No,
Break down the vetoes, Ben. How'd they look to you, bro?
Yes.
No, I think you guys did a good job with the vetoes. I assume coming in,
Appreciate
you guys have kind of seen that they've been sort of banning Garrison, and you guys were obviously prepared for that approach. I assume, correct?
Of course.
Yeah, so I think ultimately end up in a good map set for you guys. So you guys got some good hard points for you, some good S&Ds.
Every map set's a good map set when you can't lose a hard point.
I mean,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Ooh,
true.
Good self-gas.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Ben goes really in depth on the vetoes, but sometimes, you know, for some teams, it don't fucking matter. Don't matter what map you're fucking playing. But let's kick it off, man. We got Apocalypse Hardpoint to kick things off, and you guys scared me a little bit off the rip because you guys did lose that initial P2 side, and I was like, here we go. But you guys end up kicking up, and again, Hydra, I just wanna highlight him because he was just absolutely piecing. And again, the listening sound great. Again.
Yes, again.
Bro, did you not figure out how I can watch it in real time with you, bro?
Yeah, no, we can. I send you a link.
How? Let's
Yeah.
go.
It was just at one time, yeah.
Let's go.
Listen, somebody said in the chat, listen to your fucking fans. We want Paco. Where's this guy? Because I put it in our group chat.
His PC like literally broke right after the match.
Really?
Literally broke right after the match.
Okay. Well, then there you go.
It was, guys. It was so bad. His PC broke that like he was called up for the CDL interview and he couldn't do it because his PC broke.
It literally blue screened right after our match.
Bro,
and it's been
his
broken ever since.
PC is too cracked, guys. His PC is too cracked. It fucking blew
here
up,
we go
man.
again.
Listen, but I reached out, guys. Somebody said, listen to your fucking
We
fans.
tried.
So, first
We
of all,
tried.
calm the fuck down. You're gonna curse me, say, listen to your fucking fans.
Tom, that I think Envoy makes it. You guys had a really good break here, and then Envoy makes an even better play.
Yeah, he makes a great play.
That fucked up.
But
I have a topic of discussion. Speaking of Envoy,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
speaking
I
of
have
him,
a topic
Pigeon.
right here. Gun.
Yeah, that was a big win. That was a big win. That was a big win.
Huge win.
But I
Good
see a
old
lot
fadeaway.
of people talking about
Fadeaway
Envoy
facts.
and his playstyle. I saw the TJ Haley 100 Thieves comms video when they were making fun of him about flanking and how he does it all the time. And I see a lot of the fans talking about it. What do you guys think? You think he flanks too much? He pinches too much? Like what are your
Not at all.
thoughts?
He's the only one being a nuisance on
That's
our
what
team.
I'm
What do you
saying.
mean?
I agree. I want to see what you guys want to say.
Of course you agree, Tommy.
Hey, fuck you. Fuck you. I love the way this guy plays. Honestly, he takes the best routes out of anybody in the fucking game.
No wonder you
Yeah.
love it.
the Zoomaa flank aside, Tom, after this series, I kind of went through and looked at their stage 3 statistics, and like, yeah, I mean, he hits long routes in S&D, and like that's a little predictable. But like, if you look at their hard point and respawn statistics, like they're good enough that he's getting a lot of pressure front line. He is by far the most average hill time, and he's very much up there in interaction. So yeah, I don't think he's necessarily getting in that spot in respawn. I just think from watching this series, they just were not on the same page as a team. It's a lot of single chows, a lot of ego chows, and not doing what you guys were doing on the New York side, which is working off each other, getting team trades, and taking map control together as a team.
Yeah, no,
Exactly,
100%.
Ben. Damn.
Love that, Ben. You're getting smarter.
That was some good. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
some
it's
good
great,
analysis.
Ben. Great shit, Ben. That's why we got you on the show, Ben Janeseem. Let's get a win in the chat, ladies
Let's
and
get a win in
gentlemen.
the chat for that, boys.
That's gonna fucking win.
Appreciate the guys.
Wow,
that
that
was
was a
good.
strong message, bro. Strong message. That was a strong message.
Hey, speaking back to me,
So they
constantly.
already have 56 points.
Yeah,
Dang, we fried the rest of the
yeah,
map,
you
huh?
fried the. Yeah, exactly. The rip was a lot closer than I think you guys.
We gotta
Wait,
listen
wait, what
here
the hell?
soon.
How many hills did we change? They're at
A lot.
57.
No, you guys kicked up. You guys really
the
kicked
P5
up.
to P1. How did they not? No. We'll watch this, bro.
All right,
this
well-
whole situation
Okay,
was
listen in
so.
time, listen in
Yeah,
time.
we got an
okay.
answer game listening with Optic, Chicago.
Play one shot, one back right, one coop, one on time. I'm going
He's laying down close, L Hydra. L Hydra.
I spawned out. Yo, wait for me. Wait
Creddy.
for me.
Ready.
I'm going coop. I'm going coop. We're broken.
Try to play life,
I got Joe.
Oh my god!
I got fucked up.
Yo,
He was in dark shot.
I can help you, Tom. I can help you.
Two there, no trophy. They're on
Right there.
One point coup. One point coup.
Come left. Yo, I'm hitting with Brandon. Yo, hit this with this. No trophy.
Clay, you're beating the shit out of me, dude.
You need him, Brandon. Bump keep you guys. One
I'm like, I have
Go flash on top.
Minute, 5 minutes.
One shot. One to be weak. One to be weak.
Time absolute, time absolute.
He's laying down. Mac, absolute on time.
There's
Go
two.
for it,
One's dark, weak. Left side, hill.
Hill, Hydra.
Nice,
Dead.
nice.
Push the back.
Yeah, let's push the back.
One more
Dark
back, weak.
Do one more dark, guys.
Back. One's back right too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Coop, okay? You guys just wait for
Right,
me.
I'm gonna go left. Guys. I'm gonna go left. One's probably bottom TV or something. Push out.
Yeah, nothing.
Bottom left. I'm flashing TV.
I think back,
I'm opening you guys back.
Yeah, I'm shouting at the back. I don't see him on the truck.
Empty trenches, nothing top.
Nothing close right. Yo, on the tree. Tree Clay, absolute.
Clay.
I need it.
Strats,
Alright,
you know what I'm saying?
Not bad of
It's a
of
little
listening.
it's a little hectic. I mean, it wasn't very hectic, but like you know,
it's apocalypse, bro. It's,
it's
a lot of
mixy.
shit's happening.
It was
Yeah.
it was just funny to see Formal get. First of all, I haven't heard Formal get hyped like that in a minute.
He shit on me bad.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was cool.
But he got hyped, and then y'all like got all the time and got the spawns. So it was just
Look at this credit.
Look at this
setup out of me and Clay, bro.
well, Tom, what I like from New York is they do a good job of staying ahead of the game on this map.
How do they not win this roto?
I don't know.
20
Yeah.
seconds left. What are they doing?
But you guys do a good job of just getting this hill time and then rotating
This is
setting
vet
yourself
plays
up
out
for
of
the
me. I knew
next
they were gonna hit
hill,
old.
and then going on, so on and so forth. And that's how you guys were able to chain all these hills back to back and put them in the 100-point club.
Yeah, and then you got number 4. Look at Paco making the play. Look where he
at
is right
Paco,
now.
the route man.
Yeah, he's taking routes. He's able to
gotta
open it
love
up.
Yeah, Clay, I
It-
should have definitely went broken.
Just good plays, bro. Paco, and one thing about Paco is like when I'm watching him play, he's not only just super talented, just winning a lot of ones, but he's smart. Like he's a really smart player.
Decent hill. What's up?
Yeah, because you went Coop, motherfucker.
You're right. It's Clay. You're definitely right. My bad.
We can't talk about. Shh.
Oh, you guys are talking strats right now. Yo, chill. But yo, good play right here, ASM2 to push out the club. You did.
I was like, oh, they're both one shot.
When I was watching, I was like, damn, you would have just stayed patient. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's the
nah,
thing,
you should have chilled right there. You should have chilled right there.
Okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah, what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say though? What were you gonna say though? What were you gonna say?
It's just like whenever me and Paco are on the same page, dude, shit like this is happening. We're just literally firing on all cylinders, and Paco's like calling shit that we've never heard him call before. It's like crazy.
Wait, really? You never heard him? Is it actually like that?
It's
Yeah,
an
he told me to
unreal
hold my
difference,
kill
Tommy.
cam today, and it's the first time I've ever heard him say that.
What?
He goes, hold your kill cam. I was like, whoa. Okay,
this
sure.
guy's
I got
fucking
it, bro.
cracked. No
I'm holding,
way.
bro. I'm holding.
Bro, I'm telling you, his English is different, bro. I'm telling you, it's different.
Yeah, JP's in the chat right now. He said, bro, it's legit. It's actually legit. That's crazy. But yeah, you guys absolutely just steamrolled through this map. I mean, at this point, you guys are holding P2 as well. And this pretty much just gives you guys the win here.
They're spawning deep.
What is this spawn?
I
What?
don't know.
After the P4 hill was 153-5. You guys outscored them. 153-5. Stats coming in from JP.
Love
Shout out
that.
JP for the New York Subliners. It's always a pleasure.
153-5.
Yeah,
oh my
you
God.
guys went absolutely rogue, which is good to see. Definitely good to see. But the next map is where I worried the S&D because No, okay, not worried, but I was like, you know what? First of all, I want to. First of all,
Tommy,
Clay,
you're right.
I want to
Tom.
see you guys win. So yes, when I'm like
Tom, you're
worried,
right.
I'm saying like this is the map where I'm like, you know, this is where.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know
like,
what I'm
you were
saying?
just like worried for us. You weren't worried in the map, you know?
No, I'm not actually like worried. Like I'm not actually like scared for my fucking life.
I got what you meant because we're 0-3
You
the
get
last
what
3
I'm
times
picking
we
up,
played
what I'm
it.
putting down. Yeah, you guys are
of course,
shit at
Tom.
S&D, Clay. You guys have been shit at search.
Look at this teamwork mid-map, though, between the boys.
Oh.
Then he dies. I'm there for the trade. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Good trade.
Bomb down. Wrap to the bomb.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys were playing very aggressive. Very aggressive. I noticed that. I noticed a lot of aggressive pushes coming out of you guys. Did you guys have a talk and just like I don't know what happened? Kind of break it
Sometimes
down.
holding your dick doesn't work, bro. Like you got to get in their ass.
Oh, okay. I was not expecting you to say that.
You heard it.
I'm just saying.
All right, you got to get in their ass. Dash Clayster.
I mean,
You heard it here first.
This isn't a family show, but you know, it's all good.
Is this a family show?
No, it's definitely not a family show. but-
I don't think this is a family show. I think this is the complete fucking opposite of a family
Considering
show.
I roasted Tom for cursing too much on show number 1, I think we've never been a family show.
Yeah. And how did that go on? Am I still fucking cursing? Yes, because that's what
that
it's all
hasn't
fucking
changed at
about.
all.
Fuck you. But yeah, I noticed that you guys. I think the main thing for Paco was S&D because I
Yes,
think
it
that
was.
that's like his biggest struggle right now. It's what everybody's talking about. But I think
Bro,
the main
he was
thing.
the best S&D player in Challengers.
Yeah,
in
he was.
EU, and
He
even
was.
like he was pretty good in Challengers in NA. So it's like we just got to make him comfy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, 100%. It's just about him getting comfortable and getting more reps, and that's why I was never.
That timing was so bad.
Yeah,
That's what
great.
happened.
Mhm,
Dude, because
mhm.
they're like, nobody glass. I'm like, all right, bet. I
Yeah,
go
look at him.
run it
He's
up.
hiding. I'm literally
Seth
checking it.
fries my shit. What? I don't know what I was thinking here.
Yeah. The interesting
yeah.
play. Interesting play. Paco got tagged too, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's tough.
It was a
I
good
think-
play out of Scump.
yeah.
Good play by Scump.
Yeah.
And there was one
No, it
round
was
too
really
where
good play out of
where
Scump.
Dashy got stuck. There was
I
one round
know.
where
You'll come up the next defense, I think.
yeah, which was super unfortunate. At that point, I was like, damn, they got to be losing composure, because that would if I got stuck in the middle of a map, bro, I'm losing fucking full. But yeah, well, is there anything that you guys like did differently, or is this kind of just how you guys like to play the map, just super fucking aggressive, just kind of get in your face?
What I was what Clay
Don't
was
say
saying
too
too,
much,
like
Tim.
we're just trying to get Paco comfy, and now
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
just trying to help him out
We-
and assist him into getting him comfortable so that we can start frying.
Bro, like we still don't have that much S&D practice with this team. Barely any S&D practice in tournament settings. So like we're just trying shit. Like
It's also way
honestly,
different in tournament setting.
Yeah, it's way
so.
different, bro. We scrim it a decent amount, but how you play in a tournament and how people like adapt and change their strats and stuff is completely different in a tournament.
No, 100%. I agree. But Ben, anything that caught your eye in this map? Anything in your notebook?
I mean, I think I had one round, and we'll get to it as a sixth round, where I had some thoughts on what Optic was doing. But I thought New York, you guys did a really good job converting all your first bloods.
What
We've
was
seen a
Sim
lot-
thinking right there, crouching across like that?
Yeah, I don't know. That was it's not your finest moment, but you guys just did a good job of converting first bloods. We've seen a lot of teams blow a lot of 3v4s on this map, so
I want to get right into it.
yeah.
I want to ask the question nobody's talking about. What's going on with this Optic team? Because they don't look good right now.
I just think they're just not on the same page, Tom.
Do you think that's what it is?
You'll see it in the round after this. Just to
It's not
retake the
talent.
attempts.
It's not talent.
It's not.
They're,
No,
just, they're just not playing off of each other.
It can't be
It can't be talent.
It
They've got one
cannot.
of the- It can't be.
But in all honesty,
Yeah.
look at the best team in the game right now, Toronto. What makes them stand out? Their teamwork. That's all you need to know, bro. Like, that's all that you need to know. Like, the best team in the game isn't doing some crazy shit. Like, yeah, they're playing well, but everything is teamwork. Everything. Everything's bait and switch. Everything's watching over. Everybody's playing together. Like, everybody's moving together. Go watch Toronto VODs. That's how they play. So, that's how you have to play this game.
100%. But what do you think it is? Why do you think their teamwork is off? Because they stopped streaming scrims, I noticed.
Oh no.
This situation was so fucking stupid. I tried to throw the nade over the sign as I jumped off and blew myself up.
Tom, to answer your question, like, we've talked about it. Like, they need more depth to their strategies, and this has been kind of a problem for them, I think, on and off with different Optic teams over the years. But like, especially in this game, if you watch them play, like, they don't always tend to have an option B or C in situations, especially in S&D, and that's where they tend to get in trouble. I know they've been better in that specific game mode, so I want to give them a little bit of credit. They've been good in S&D for the most part in this stage, but the respawns, especially against the top teams, they've really struggled. The teamwork hasn't been there, inconsistent slaying. They've got
I'll be right back.
They've got to figure it out, Tom. They've got a big match against FaZe coming up, and if they don't win that, they're going to start in losers in this tournament. They're going to lose some ground on the other top teams in terms of seeding for champs.
Yeah, no, 100%. And
They got a huge game against FaZe.
what are the standings looking like? Is there anybody in the top 8 that can fall out of the top 8? I'm not saying Optic by any means. I'm saying
no. Yeah.
I'm saying in general, guys. Like in general, I don't think Optic's gonna fall out of the top 8.
LAG and Minnesota.
Yeah, what teams?
Are
What
neck
team?
and neck
LAG,
on
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Okay.
so as we watch this round, and as I explain this, pay attention to how Optic does its
It's literally a
rotation.
fight for top 8. It's nuts.
But right now, Tom, there's a big gap between 7th and 8th. So Minnesota's sitting at 120, and then LAG are sitting at 80 points. And
Okay.
then there's 10 points separating everybody below that. So Florida's at 70, Paris 60, Seattle 50,
Yeah.
London 40. If any of those teams make a deep run this tournament, they're going to stack a lot of points. So I think right now it's basically a race for 8th unless one of these top 7 teams, and candidly, I don't think any of the 7 are really going to fall off that much, are all pretty much in a good spot to make champs right now.
Yeah, this is the round right here where Dashy kind of got stuck on the
he got
train.
stuck, RIP.
Super unfortunate because they were
Yeah.
working a pinch on that site. And you see Ace, were you laughing at him being stuck?
Yeah, because you know what happened?
It looks funny. It just looks
Yeah.
funny.
No. So what happened, Tom, is right after Paco killed him, he goes, "Oh no, he was stuck," and I was like, "No way!" So I started laughing because I was like, "Damn, that just
The way Paco said it too was probably
Bro,
hilarious.
that's exactly how he said it. He said, "Oh no, he was stuck." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, that definitely sucks for them. I mean, bro, like How is that not fixed? Like, how are people still getting stuck on the map?
I mean, like, see, like things like that. I don't think I've ever
probably
been
so
stuck on top of
hard.
the mid-train. Like, Treg does a good job of patching all the spots that we get stuck on. So, like for example, a big one was checkmate, like behind Tetris and behind P5 pillar. Like we'd always get stuck, and then we sent them clips and they fixed it. So I mean, that's another clip we have to send them, and I'm sure they'll get it fixed.
Yeah, this is the round where you guys make it a 2v1 situation. I like the way you guys rap right here. Oh, Mac and Hydra.
This was all Paco, man.
Yeah,
like,
Paco
this
was
guy
just
can
making
barely
plays.
Speak English, and he's literally making calls like this.
He does. He was making fucking
it's
plays the whole
phenomenal,
series.
dude.
The whole series
This
from
guy's
start to
impressing
finish.
me.
All 4 maps he fried. All 4 maps.
Bro, and not only that, Tom, but like that rap right there, like that was not Mac. That was all Paco. He made that call. He said, Mac, follow me up, and it's like it's so impressive to see that like Paco can barely speak English and he's making calls like that. You know. Like, it's phenomenal.
Is it barely speak English though? I feel like his English is really not that bad.
He's not fluent, but
he's not fluent.
He gets his word across, which is really impressive. That's what it is.
That's the key word. It's not that he could barely speak English, and that's what a lot of people would say on Reddit. Or people, you know, some of the other pros. I mean, bro, pros are giving me flack. They were like, you guys picked up Paco, this and that. And keep in mind, I didn't have a big say in the Paco pickup. Like New York just kind of picked him up. But one thing I will say is his agent, before we picked him up, sent me a lot of odds of their practices. And I mean, he sounded fine to me when he was talking.
Brother, did I just get joked out of my boots right there? He had 90 HP. I was pre-aiming him.
You got shit on?
Rewind? We'll rewind.
Hit a rewind. Let's see. Did Clay get shit on or what?
Let's break it down.
Brother, I knew he was in there. I knew he was weak.
Yeah.
I think I just got shit on.
Let me see here. Asen, you got turned on in the train once, bro.
Oh, they caught that? That was
tough. They caught that, bro.
Tomas,
I'm pre-aiming. I'm pre-aiming him here.
Okay,
look, I'm pre-aiming. 90 HP.
96 on the dot.
What the fuck?
You missed.
Oh, he got the first bullet. You missed the first. Yeah,
you missed,
the first
Clay.
bullet. Yeah, look.
You got shit on. You got shit on.
Holy shit!
I want to ask you guys something. So obviously, there's a lot's talked about Hydra's speaking English, like from understanding English. Are there times where he's still sort of uncertain about certain calls you guys make on the map?
100%. There's just certain things like, and it's not stuff you would expect him to know, because it's like we say words, but they don't mean what they like the dictionary definition of it. Like for example, today we said collapse at one point,
converge.
and he didn't, or converge, and he didn't know what that meant. And like it's just little things like that. Sometimes he doesn't understand, but like he can get his point across and understand us most of the time, unless we're using some sort of like word that he wouldn't know, you know? Like,
yeah, but I feel like you guys should also like not be saying the word fucking converge. You know what I'm saying? Like, just say it is hard because you're used to it. Yeah, heat of the moment. But instead of saying like converge, just be like push, right? Like
JP just made a really good talking about a really good story in chat. He said he asked what low key meant, and we didn't know how to describe it.
How do you describe low key?
Low
How do you
key?
describe low key? Yeah, like,
wait, bro.
Mac was like low key, I'm gonna hit left, and he's like, what does low key mean? Like, how do we get that across?
No, I'm pausing
You
this.
can't.
Tom,
Wait,
Tom,
you actually can't.
Dude, Tommy, we sat there
Wait,
for
you
5 minutes,
actually
and we were
can't.
like, huh? I can't explain this to you.
So low key is
it's like undercover, like
yeah,
under.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't know what that
No,
means.
Clay said
can't play
undercover.
TL.
No. Clay said undercover, and I lost full. It does not mean like the way Mac used it. It does not mean undercover. It does not. He said low key, I'm gonna hit left. That does not mean low undercover. I'm hitting left.
Nah, it kind of means no. It's not. It doesn't mean undercover, but it's like being the best way to say is like being sneaky, like being under. I think undercover is a good way to put it. Undercover, being sneaky.
Low key, I'm gonna hit left means like
not
it's
obvious.
not
obvious. You're on your spy shit. You're a spy, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
you're like a little spy.
It's rare.
So what did he say? So what did you guys say? You guys just didn't know what the fuck to say.
We chalked it.
Yeah, we just said don't worry about it.
Yeah, we said we're not gonna say it ever again. That's literally what we said. We said it's chalked. I can't explain it to you. We're not
There's probably times where Paco's sitting there like, are these guys talking shit? Like he probably doesn't even know. Like, bro, if he doesn't know what converge means or like low key, like little stuff like this, there's probably a lot of stuff he doesn't know.
There's a part in the Moscow at the very end where I'll show you where he didn't understand what I told him.
But really? Okay, we'll see it.
I mean,
bro, I don't give a fuck. This guy could go mute mode if he's doing the shit he's doing. Look at the fucking look at the shots he's hitting. This guy's shooting lasers.
It's the John rule, bro. If you're frying, it's okay if you
John
don't
roll.
like really call out, you know. But
Facts.
if you're not frying and not calling out, this is John rule, bro. You gotta be doing one.
It's also a little bit of Zoomaa roll.
Yeah, that's been a thing for a long time.
That's good.
What's up, Ben?
I said sometimes Tom also you in mode too. You're on like a 6-kill streak. You're just in the zone.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also going back to all I did was flank like before. Like, yeah, but people couldn't gun me on the flank. That was also another fucking problem. But right, Clay? Come on, Clay. Let them know. Back in the day, when I flanked and they knew I was coming, they couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop it.
Nah, even they knew where you were, but they couldn't gun you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm fucking saying, bro.
You had Crim raging. I mean, what type of things that Crim were saying, Tom?
I don't know. He just copied my playstyle and copied my routes. It's actually fucking sickening.
I was supposed to say you have to do your Crim impression, but it's all good.
But enough about me, man. Enough about me, bro. Enough.
Can somebody
sitting
get
here
me
gassing
some
myself.
milk? Holy shit, 3 and 8.
Somebody said yes, they did. They shut you down. Fuck you.
Blake,
Fuck you.
Tom and I, when we were watching this match, we went back and looked at your last couple of control checkmates and.
Shut up, dude.
Some interesting scorelines in there.
Shut up, dude. Shut up, dude.
Bro, wait. Ben was talking shit about you, Asim.
Ooh, get shit talked.
He said that your checkmate controls have been shit.
Ooh, checkmate control shit.
Well, I think as a team, you guys. have been
Wait, I'm on
fine
your
now,
team.
so-
Hold on. I'm pausing this shit. That's some. Oh fuck! I just fucked up the vibe. That is some absolute buffoonery, man. Oh no! Shut the fuck up!
All right,
I'll-
we're
against
listening.
Seattle, I absolutely fried Seattle in checkmate control.
Yeah, you did.
Before that, we played Dallas. I went 40 and 30. Okay, is that bad, Ben? No, it is not.
No, it's
and
pretty good.
against this team right here, I was playing on an Atlanta server,
Wait,
absolutely
no-
lagging.
no
and
bullshit?
There's nothing I can do about it.
But you were
So,
lagging?
Yes, I was. My bullets were literally not registering, and I was losing full. And I'm very happy that Hydra carried me because I don't want to say it, but I mean, when I get put on an Atlanta server, I lose full. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, you're also you're just in a different spot than where
Well,
everybody
for
else
some
is
reason,
at.
no. For some reason, against every other Texas team, we play on St. Louis. Against Optic, who's 40 minutes away in Frisco, we play on Atlanta. And they said it's because like the routing is bad from the Optics headquarters or something. But like it's just weird. Every other Texas team play on St. Louis, but
Well, luckily
Optic, we
that
play
shit's
Atlanta.
gonna fucking these conversations about servers are soon.
It's about to be over.
It's
yes,
about to be
thank
over,
God,
bro. We're
thank God.
making moves. We're going back to LAN. We were talking about it in the beginning of the show. How you guys feeling going back to LAN? You guys feeling good about it or what?
I'm super excited. Last time I was on LAN, I was in the finals against Clay, and he smoked my shit. But now I have him on my team, so let's count.
Like, how you
Yeah.
feeling, bro? You feeling good or what, bro?
Yeah, me and Sim gotta get the other two up to LAN speed, bro. They don't have a ton of pro LAN. I don't think they have any pro LAN experience under their belt between Mac and.
Max got one LAN experience, and it was the Minnesota launch event, and he got second in challenge.
And it wasn't pro.
Yeah.
It wasn't
And it
pro.
wasn't
No,
pro.
it wasn't.
So we
No,
got
it
to
wasn't.
play,
Pretty
bro.
mixy up and record that, to be fair.
It was.
That's a whole other ball game, bro. Like learning how to play on LAN, like this match right here. You think Paco? Like I hope he does, but you think he's dropping these numbers with the Optic crowd or something? Like I know there are no crowds, but so it might be a little different with the no crowd. Actually, it might be easier. You know.
I mean, I don't know.
it'll probably be easier, but
I'm gonna be honest.
definitely be easier.
I think Paco's fucking cold blooded, bro. I feel like he's gonna be coming out on LAN. It doesn't matter what the crowd. I don't think he's gonna be affected at all. I really don't.
Well, we have Mac in the chat saying he's a local LAN vet. But
No, he said he's a local
I
LAN
think to your point, Clay, it's like it's about that routine, like getting yourself in the zen, like the mindset you need to bring your all on LAN. I think it will be really helpful for your team and a bunch of other teams as well, as there are plenty of new players now that haven't played a pro main stage match. They're going to get some nice experience in a LAN environment that has no fans, so a little bit less pressure. An opportunity to kind of grow into the sort of the needs that they're going to have in that environment.
True, but let's get back
that's
into the map. Let's get back into the map. What happened to you guys? Like, where did it fall apart? This round right here, I thought you guys were going to clutch up here. It was a 4v4 situation, 20 seconds left on the clock. Hydra was able to get pushed up into their wood, so I thought he was going to be able to make some noise. Big trades go down.
Right there, too, was that Envoy was somehow on A control when we were all screaming that he was in the P2 crate. So that was another big misunderstanding of the team.
Oh, wait, Paco got the worst timing ever, by the way. What the fuck?
It was also a situation where I didn't really know what was going on, dude. So like when everything was happening, Paco really wasn't calming that well with where he was going and what he was doing and what was open. So when I end up, we kill Envoy under the A wing, and then I killed Dashy to make it a 2v2 or a 3v2. And at that moment, I had no idea what was open. Like I was just kind of like stuck there, and this like whole sequence from me was ass. Like if I had a little more info from Paco, like I'm looking at my A street, I'm looking at A wing, like I'm playing AS and D.
And also another big mistake that you guys like you see in the minimap, like number 7 is right next to number 1 me. Like we were screaming that he was in the yellow crate. Like look at me and Clay, number 1, number 2, our hard focus on yellow crate because we're thinking Envoy's in our base because that's what the call was, right? And like if you see Mac, like he was top lane and Envoy shot at him and Envoy made the like 200 IQ play of wrapping back. And as he wrapped back, we didn't have info on that. So we're literally have 2 arrows looking at somewhere.
Three. Look, you're all looking towards the spawn.
You're right.
All 3 of you guys
too, and that's what lost us around. Like Envoy made a huge play, and like that's some play that like you can't describe to the fans,
bro,
and like that's why he won them the game. Literally,
he was only 28 and 18 or 27 and 18, whatever. But bro, at the end he was like 48 and 18, like in the Ikias. Like he was fucking frying, bro.
And then look, he gets his kill, and then Mac gets
but it gets traded out. Yeah, 3-3. You know what happens after the trade?
No, that's what I'm saying right here. So look, I don't know really what's going on, and like Paco shot at that kid or something, and just got so bad timing around 5. Like if I would just had a little more direction there, I would have played it way differently.
I mean, here's a different play though.
And we had defense if we won that round, by the way.
Also, like you guys could have stacked.
We would have had defense.
You guys could have just stacked.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot, bro. Like it's just the difference in timing and stuff.
Yeah, it's situational on whether you want somebody pushing out, right?
I don't think stacking
stacking
is the right play because it's 4 lives to 4 lives. It turns into like a TDM match where you don't want to like all get pieced up in the same location.
If somebody slides under A wing on the deep while somebody slides close and just pieces you guys up,
the only reason why I'm saying that is because you guys had literally a little bit of a sliver left and you only had one guy on the point the whole time.
Bro, I get stuck here. One off my streaks on the break.
No, I see what you're saying.
You get 2 or 3 guys on there, they're all spawning out. Like instead of Paco pushing out, you get the cap.
Focus on a spot that he wasn't in. Like that
I
was
get
a big
stuck
issue
here one off streaks, dude. Do you understand how annoying that is after having a great break and getting fucking stuck?
Wait, you got stuck? That's how you died?
Yes, that was one off streaks too.
I was gassing up here. I wanted to get your streak so bad.
Oh
my god!
What? That sucks.
Oh my god!
That changes the whole game too, dude.
That
the entire
sucks.
game.
That's actually insane.
Well, we go into a 4th map, Moscow Hardpoint. Just for those who are listening in, we're going into a 4th one.
Envoy spawned behind us for no apparent reason. If you want to cut that back.
Did he?
Yeah. Go on.
Take a little rewind. I'm counting names, brothers. I'm counting names. Like, okay, we have people push out street. They're spawning Eskies here. That's all 3 of them in map. They've all shot.
Wow.
Brother,
wow.
I spawned 2. What? And look, I go in and he kills me, and I was mind blown.
I'm mind blown.
Wow,
What?
Whoa.
Where is it? We need Anthony Nameless to join the chat, bro.
we need Zinni Anthony Nameless. But that is weird. Why didn't he spawn out deep Esky? I don't understand that. I don't understand that right there.
First.
Or deep street, but where his teammates are. It's weird.
If anything, if he's gonna spawn there, I should have spawned Eskies. It's us spawning next to each other. It's the fucked part.
Yeah, that's really weird.
So annoying. What?
And did that close spawn did you guys think something was up based off that spawn you got? Like that close weird spawn, like front bank?
I thought they were just street. Like I thought they were like up our back
police.
street.
My bad. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
That was weird.
But don't worry about us. We be breaking from the front.
Yeah, I mean, you guys come in, and then you guys broke this hill again on the next rotation. You guys hit through mid.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Easy peasy.
That was clean. That was fucking clean. That was clean as fuck.
From your
2 spawn out. I get a big kill over here. 3 spawn out. Easy potato.
I got 3 spawn out.
From your guys' POV, obviously they did a good job.
They're dog water.
They did a good job on the P3s, but from your guys' POV, like the P4s, I think were a little bit of a struggle bus for you guys. Sort of, what do you think of mistakes you were making on that hill?
We split them too much, is all it is.
You guys are. New York has always been shit at P4.
Actually, I know.
Since I fucking started with these guys, but I used to lose full playing that P4 hill.
We just split them too much, is all it is. We never hold aside, and that's the main issue.
Yep.
No, 100%.
And then like once we do get kills, we push up and then split them behind us again. You know, like we'll hold, get a wave, and split them. It's like we just got to get better at not splitting.
Bro, you know what I noticed a lot about Hydra in his gameplay? Non-stop lay down cruddy angles, bro. Like he's always playing. Yeah, it's so fun to watch. Like he just always finds these little tiny cruddy angles. It's like Cell. Like know how Cell is always playing like cruddy spots and stuff. Like Hydra plays the same way. But Hydra's a little bit different because he's a little bit more hyper aggressive with the subs, so it's fun to watch him play.
That break
honestly
was really good for them. If you rewind that, if we get that 30, that pretty much puts the game away. Like if they don't break this hill, it's pretty much over, like guaranteed. And we actually get the first couple kills, and they manage to still break us here. Like he gets one, I get Dashy. I know Formal's in the back, but then like Scum killing Paco right there, and then Formal naded me, and like we have a 3v4 here right now, and I spawn out. We get first, but They
I'm
make really
surprised
good
Matt
plays,
gave
like
up elbow
picking.
though. I'm surprised he gave up elbow.
Me too.
The only
That
thing-
30 seconds was so big, dude.
Yeah, he should
The
have
only
kept
thing I'll
holding
say,
elbow.
Clay, is we've seen some big comebacks on this map, especially if a team gets P5, flips to their team for P2. You know, you guys have been up a lot, but we've seen like 100-point comebacks. on
Just
this
the
map
way
before.
the way we play, dude. It's just like if we can get super far ahead, we're never gonna lose. Like we're a team willing to give up 35 seconds to rotate, like we do at the end of this game. Like we were confident in the way we play and the way our setups work.
P4,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, we're confident. So
Definitely. I like this play at a Mac to kind of push this out and kind of stay alive. Let's go into the listening though. Yeah, we got an Astro game listening with the New York Subliners.
Two street. I'm gonna be behind them.
I'm coming back.
They're gonna spawn out P3 or P2.
He pushed me. He's inside bank still.
Oh, look at that. 2 street, 1 P3. I got him behind the car. You spawn here.
Yeah, still bank. I'm coming up mid.
Yeah, this
I'm
one
gonna
big,
pinch mid. I'm gonna pinch mid.
Okay, go.
I have a sub.
Flash him. Going to hill. On hill. Behind the car. Dead. Seth. Pillar weak. Pillar weak. Seth. He's on pillar still. He didn't go gold.
He's not moving. He's still on the pillar.
Pillar weak.
Don't touch the pillar. I'm pitching it.
No,
Where is
keep
he?
that pillar. There's two hill.
Play new.
Okay,
Envoy's gonna go new.
Yeah.
Envoy's gonna be new here. Fuck.
Envoy old weak.
I got me to an 8.
Never took it
Right
out.
side. I got him.
I think pushed.
Fuck.
Rat and bust. Rat one shot. Gold. One at bust. One at pillar. One at rat.
Envoy can go through white, bro. I'm looking for it.
Right.
I'm looking at the white, bro, still.
One's
Jason gets him.
corner. Behind the tree, behind the tree.
I got him.
And Dash
From window, but you guys
Dashy's
did a good
really
job
big on
in
the
the
street.
trade.
Street.
Great bus.
I spawned P3. There's one behind us, I think. One's behind us.
Yeah.
Hey, top bank. Top bank.
Good call out on this. I'm working the street.
I'm trying to hold your cover. I'm trying to hold your cover.
Ask. It's coming. He went long.
Man,
that kill is important, dude.
I'm looking over back.
Wow. I'm mind blown.
Alright, let me turn off the listening because you guys keep talking. It's just fucking hectic as fuck. But we got Zenny, ladies and gentlemen, aka Methods coming into the call. Welcome Methods to the flank.
2-piece in the back, easy peasy.
Wow.
One thing I do want to say, bro, Paco's comms, Hodge's comms get me gassed. Like, pilla. When he was saying pillar,
Better than I thought they were.
bro, if I heard that, I'd get fucking twisted. I'd be like,
his
pilla dead,
comms-
pilla dead.
Bro, you saw me beat him down because I knew the nade would team kill him? That's 10,000
that's some
IQ, bro.
IQ, that's
I
some
knew the nade was
IQ.
going to kill us, and I knew all I could do was beat him down and make him die too,
Bro,
bro.
and then Paco was saying when we were watching this before in the team speak, Paco was saying gold window. He's like, gold window, go. And Ben was like, the fuck is he saying? I said, gold window, bitch. You don't know English?
bro, his comms surprised.
Are good.
Dude,
Really weak.
Dude, tell me
good,
how
bro.
we break them P2 from middle.
Yeah. And then,
Bro, watch
we were
this.
talking. Yeah, this was nuts. Yeah, this was nuts. Bro, you guys all flooded middle on this P2 and just got...
Shit of me and Paco,
These should be free kills for Formal, and you guys just gun him out of the window, and it's
Yeah, that's the
I
second
I mean,
time on
and
P2 I've
listen,
gotten him out of the
and this
window,
is
by
what
the way.
this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you want to pause this real quick, we can sit here all day and gas New York, right, for making plays like that, but that's just unacceptable for Optic.
This should never happen, bro.
That's stuff that we're gonna be here and be like, yo, we're nasty. Like, you guys are fucking nasty.
they have you
But
in the absolute blender of a crossfire.
Optic's gonna go back and watch this and be, and I want to talk a little bit more about Optic. We keep talking about New York a lot. I just want to talk a little bit more about, you know, kind of what's going on with them, because stuff like that, especially with the roster that they have, you just don't expect stuff like this. And I don't really know where it's going wrong for them. I don't know if it's like a comms thing or a confidence thing.
They had a 3-angle blender on us right there, and we somehow broke them. Like, that's unacceptable, bro.
Go back, Ben. Go back, and I want to break that down a little bit more.
It's
like,
because
go back
we set it up perfectly,
pause it.
and Envoy challenge is weak. Like, he should have rat back green and, like, played his life and shouldered middle and shit. But, like, he insta-chows. I'm pre-aiming top bank, kill Formal. Like, this whole sequence right here, they double drop it. Like,
he doesn't need the chow. He doesn't need the chow.
Right there. As soon as Formal gets picked by me, and as soon as Envoy challenges one shot.
How does Scump die?
No. Okay, so Scump died because he died courtyard, and I had him one shot, right?
Okay.
But right here, like, even though Envoy peeks one shot, like me and Paco are going to the blind spot of the crossfire, because even though it looks bad that 3 hours are looking at it, we were going to a spot where we 2v1 Envoy in closet. So even if he was weak or not, we were gonna kill him. So like, let me control Ben.
Nah. Envoy could have played his life though.
Okay, no. Listen. If Envoy is sitting closet looking at that, me and Paco simultaneously slide at the same time and kill him, right? And now in this spot, Tom, you know it because you used to always do this in the beginning of the game. When you're hugging the wall, the guy top police cannot see you
unless he jumps on the railing.
Unless he jumps on the railing.
Yeah.
Gets that kill for us, right? And then the number 6 who's looking mid alley after, me and Paco slide at him at the same time again, and then we kill him.
But I'm
So
saying
both sides of the stairs.
Yeah. But at the same time, Envoy can easily just play a deep corner in closet and wait till you guys literally just run out, like literally in the open or run up the stairs. Like
I'm not saying Envoy's
like bro,
the best.
if he literally puts his controller down and just makes you guys run up the stairs, then the guy top police can see you, the guy in hill can see you guys. Like if you guys are gonna try and run to closet, like Envoy shouldn't be making the first shot right there. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's facts.
The guy at hill or the guy police should be opening it up, waiting for you guys to push, and then Envoy should be peeking late from closet, trying to pick up kills. You understand what I'm saying?
Kills in the back
So yes, again, going back to what I was saying, we could gas you guys for these little plays that you're making as a team, and you guys are frying them, but it's unacceptable.
It's called taking advantage of the situation. And it's something I've been preaching all year. When you get an opportunity that you can take advantage of, you have to take advantage of it in this game. And that's we just keep doing it to them over and over.
Yep.
Like,
and Optic, they do the hard part where they go around, they get the spawns, they get the setup, they break it all, and then they just don't do the easy part. They don't stay disciplined, and that's like the main thing I see with this team. And that's like the main thing for me. If I was like watching back their scrims and I was working with them every day, I would be focusing on the discipline, because it just seems like they're making the game so much more harder than what it needs to be, especially with the talent that they have. It's just sometimes it just feels like they're overcomplicating things or over-channeling things, and they're not calming with each other. So it's the teamwork. I mean, it comes down to the teamwork. And I know a lot of people are in this chat are Optic fans, and I know a lot of you want to see us talk about Optic. Ooh. But it ultimately good shots right there, Clay.
Wow.
That's not an easy shot by any means to get somebody out of the bus, but it goes a little bit of both. On top of that, you have a team like New York who you guys look great today. I mean, you guys were. What I liked about you guys today is the aggression. I just felt like you guys were just moving quick, and you guys were doing it together, right? So it's like,
we're playing with nothing to lose, man.
Yeah.
Like the pressure is not on us right now. We are playing well and beating top teams and with our style. So like it's up to like the people we play to figure us out, like just do our thing, you know?
No, 100%.
Tom,
100%.
one point I want to make about Optic, and it's a big question I have going forward, and it's not necessarily like a gameplay thing, it's just a logistics thing. They obviously have the hex quarters. They did a lot of those pre-lands in the last couple of years. I wonder now, with the first land being back in Dallas, with a lot of teams in Dallas, they're going to take advantage of some local practice. Obviously, they'll have to do social distancing and all the COVID stuff. But I'll be interested to see if they're going to try and set up some kind of lane here and see if they can.
Well, I'm gonna
get some experience.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Here in Texas, they don't give a fuck.
Texas is open for business.
Yeah, Texas is wide open, bro.
For that one.
Wait, Ben, that's a good point, because
back that up real quick though. That this is exactly what I'm talking about in P4. Sorry to erase that, but like we get a full wipe here, right? And we have them spawning out. But then with the way everything works and where we get the kills and where we're positioned, look what happens. There's one street, one spawns on him, and two spawn bank.
Okay.
So like we literally split. Yeah, we literally split them on us over and over on this hill. Like we wiped them.
Asim knew. It looked like you knew it.
No, we knew.
You guys knew.
We knew. It's just how the fuck do you stop it when you're getting shot from both ways?
Yeah, you can't.
Paco gets one, but he can't get to trade, and you guys just get collapsed. That's
good proof.
I think
he was pretty far the fuck out of that.
He was like, please God, let me get the two-piece.
Yeah,
he was. What were you guys saying?
But yeah, to go back to the boot camp point, I'll be curious to see if either. I mean, the two teams that have bigger facilities, Riot is obviously got hex quarters, and Dallas has their. And if you want to do your impressions, 20,000 square foot facility or whatever square foot it is these days. And I'll be very curious if teams are going to start taking advantage now of some pre-lands to try and get some land experience back.
No, for sure. Pre-lands are like really good. Pre-lands are the best practice you can get. Pre-lands are definitely the best practice you get. I mean, just to get 4v4 land practice,
on a game where
going
we
hard
haven't played
as fuck.
LAN on it yet.
Yeah, 100%.
We haven't played LAN on this game yet. We have no idea how LAN is going to play.
100%. And that's a good point, Ben. I wonder if Optic is going to try and plan anything.
That was a really good point, because there's so many Texas teams, like full-on Texas teams, that like they could deadass invite. They can invite people if they want. Like what? Paris is for Texas, Minnesota for Texas.
I want to point out this play by Hydra too.
Well, so we'll get to the Hydra play, but also I think Toronto is a very interesting team for me, because I'm very curious if they're going to try and get a little bit short-term residency in the U.S. to try and avoid some of the travel issues they're going to have going back to Canada. Because as you know, Asim, traveling back to Canada, you have to quarantine, and that would
it's
make things
four days in a hotel. So
yeah,
that's not very ideal.
I don't know, but the land practice would be lit. That would be dope. And I honestly, I feel like we're gonna see that. That's a good point, Ben. That's what went in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a really good point.
Ben J. Nassim is on point today, guys. He's on fucking point.
Thank you.
He's on point. We gotta drop a one in the chat.
I burger the fuck out of this. If you watch my 2 arrow, I hesitate. If I just get in a spot right away, I kill 8 and I hold all of court, and we haven't fully trap spawning out. I burgered that so hard, dude. Burgered it so hard. And then I spawn up. Look at me. I'm gonna go back bank or back police. Jump out. They're double looking at me with ARs.
You went rogue. You went rogue. You went fucking rogue, bro.
This a P2 to win, and I burgered the fuck out of it.
Yeah. No, you definitely went a little rogue right there.
You guys do stay composed, though. Obviously, they end up getting a lot of this time, but you guys rotate off to P3 and finish it up there. Sort of like, what were the comms? What was the mindset at that moment?
Be perfect.
Yeah, be perfect at this point.
We had Sim had all of front push. I had all of Eskies, and so mid push. So the only way they can go is go gold to glass or go street to pillar, bank, gray stair, like that area right there. So then our other two players adapt. As soon as the time gets too deep, we shift back. Like see Sim starts coming back, I go over. Like we just trapped them. Like
you guys know. Just Asim alone being pushed up there gives you all the info you need. They're not pushing front. Clay has the cut middle, so he sees nothing. So where else are they gonna fucking be? Street. They're hitting street. They're hitting the back. You get all the information you need, and at that point you play tight and you know where they're all coming from. So it's just a good play.
Right here, I like to go back one click. When you see Paco's 4 and I'm in 2, right? Yeah. Like if you watch, I go Paco hit gray stairs. He goes okay, and gray stairs is like those mid stairs, and then he runs up towards book. And so I was like Thanos. I was like, fine, I'll do it myself. Just fucking hit the flank with the Krig, dude. I mean, that's like a situation where I told him, I go flank gray stairs, flank gray stairs. He goes yeah.
But to be fair. Like, there's also stairs behind him. There's also gray stairs behind him. So he hit a gray stairs.
That's our call out. That's our call out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
and I thought I blew it here when I spawned him behind us and died here. I thought we might lose.
Yeah, realistically, it probably would have been better for Paco to hit it with a sub.
Yeah, and I told him to hit it, and then he's just like, nah. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, whatever, bro. Fuck it. You guys got the dub. Asim's going fucking nuts. Clay's pounding his chest. Clay's getting fucking cracked. It was nice to see Paco just so excited. Clay, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Me and Clay were just screaming at each other. We were hyping each other up. I was hyping up Clay. Clay was hyping me up. That's just the energy duo right there. Me and Clay were just screaming at each other. It was hilarious. I was like, let's fucking go, Clay. I love that route. He's like, let's go. I'm like, nobody has supposed to do that. He's like, yeah, no one does.
So let's talk next steps, because as we talked all throughout the last couple of weeks, Tom, Group B is a bloodbath. It's looking like we're going to have a big four-way situation at the top. Maybe not necessarily a four-way tie, but just some mix here. Sort of for the New York guys, obviously your next match is against Steve. Sort of what is your mindset going in? Obviously, if you win that match, you're going to lock first in the group. If you lose, we'll have to see how the tiebreaker shake out.
The LA Thieves coming in with Hook.
Four out of the top 5 hardpoint slayers all in one lobby. Me, Sim, Hook, Kenny. So it's going to be a fucking bloodbath, brother.
Hey, I saw that on Reddit. I actually saw that.
It's going to be a fucking bloodbath, brother.
And then for Optic, so FaZe obviously has to play Seattle tomorrow. We'll get into predictions, but I think they're probably favored in that. And that's going to set up a very interesting match for Optic, and they're going to have to beat FaZe. Otherwise, they're going to start in the second round.
Tough match for them. It's a tough match for them for sure. And you gotta hope that we got a lot of Optic fans in here. They turn it around. I don't think I think they're a great team. I just think they need to minimize some of their mistakes and just try and just sharpen it up a little bit. And with them not streaming scrims and anything, they've probably been working really hard. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how Optic comes out versus FaZe. But we got a lot of good matches coming up, and if you want to pull up some of the matches and maybe do some predictions. But I'm curious. Why are
you pandering so hard, Tommy?
I just drank some game fuel and it went down the wrong pipe. So
no, pandering means like why are you sucking up to the Optic, bro? Like
because there's a lot of Optic fans in here. So I think
so you're pandering to your audience, huh?
Yeah,
listen,
you should.
We're out here trying to get views and subscribers, Clay. We're gonna do what we need to get done.
No, I think it's. I mean, here's the problem, right, Clay? Like, I feel like a lot of times, like when teams lose, we talk a lot about the team that's just frying, right? And we never talk about why the team's losing.
That's a good explanation. Then.
And I wanna just bring out a little bit why I think the team's losing, because I think that's why people join into the show. They want to be educated a little bit on Call of Duty and kind of.
Ah, fuck! You just shut me down, bro.
You know what I'm being serious though. I'm being serious. Like sometimes I feel like for instance, when you and Asim joined the call. And we were talking about the New York Optic series. All we were talking about is like, I'm so fucking nasty. We were doing this. New York was doing this, but we never really talked about Optic and kind of what was going on their end. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you gotta you gotta show love to both teams because we gotta break it down completely. So that's why I did that.
Also to that note, we've obviously had a lot of New York guys on the show. And invitation is always open to folks in Optic, whether players, staff, whoever. We'll always have you on. We'll have you on, talk about your team and your perspective on where things are at and where you guys want to go.
Yeah, cool. I wanted. Now that Clay's in here, what's it like to see your past team absolutely collapse in front of your eyes?
Oh,
my
damn,
God.
what a question.
God damn.
God damn.
No,
you gotta
no
answer
comment.
Are they
now.
aren't they second in the standings?
Yeah, with
second in the
Hook.
standings.
Yes, with Hook they were.
Ooh, wait, they've won a game with Fellow. They won one.
Yeah. but they're
No,
not.
I mean, look, Group
Bro.
A's,
I know what you mean,
Group
Tom.
A's
I know
looking
what
a
you mean.
little.
Dallas
little
Dallas
tough.
does not look like, bro. When you played against XEO, it was hard.
Yeah,
Regardless if they were doing dumb shit, regardless of what Crimsic's saying,
hard. No, it
Kyler's
was
doing
hard.
on the mini map, it doesn't fucking matter. Just playing against them is difficult.
I mean, I guess I'm just a critical component. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I just
Love that. Love
Critical
that, Clay.
component. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man. Maybe they fucked up, man. Maybe they should have kept you, Clay. You know
Maybe
what
I'm a
saying?
critical component. Who knows?
But yeah, I don't know. But let's get into the fucking predictions. I'm really excited to see who play with 100 Thieves. But we got Seattle Surge going up against Atlanta FaZe tomorrow. We obviously have Decimate coming in for the Surge, so that's going to be interesting to see how he fits in with those guys and see how they play. But I'm curious to see what you guys think. We'll start with you, Clay. Who do you think's winning this match?
My mouth is full. I think Seattle looks better with Decimate. I think they need a little more time. FaZe has definitely not looked themselves lately, but I trust those dudes. They'll have it figured out, if not for this match, for their next one. I'm going to give it to FaZe, obviously. Like, the Surge, I think they just need way more time to be able to go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, I agree. I think FaZe is probably going to come out and win this one. I think Seattle's going to need a little bit more time. I don't know how their scrims have been looking. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah, they warmed us up today, and we played them before. They're looking better.
No, they're looking a lot. Yeah, they're looking really good. JT seems to be a good fit for them.
Change the screen, apparently.
Oh, no, I'm good. I changed it. I mean, regardless, I literally said Seattle Surge is going up against Atlanta FaZe. If you guys want to see it up on the screen, I could put it up there. So it's no problem. It's no fucking problem.
I'm saying FaZe 3-1.
I'm going 3-1 too.
Yeah.
I'm going to say FaZe 3-0 because I think Seattle have to win map 1 for this to be 3-1 because their control's been interesting, and maybe I think they'll probably get better in the game mode with JT. But just I think Clay hit the point. I think the Seattle team will have a lot of potential, but it's really tough to face off against the teams they're going to face off in the first week as a team.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, but you gotta think JT has got the best challenger S&D KD, so he might come in and like actually win that game too against him because that's obviously what FaZe has been focusing on too.
Yeah, but he's got to get used to their system, and there's a lot of factors in there.
Top tier challengers players switching for the first time to 60 hertz and playing on 60 hertz in a LAN environment on a fair host and not getting host fucked, they perform out the ass, bro. Because they're used to playing on 20 hertz, getting host fucked.
Yep.
Yo, before we go into the next series, and now that I'm looking at the chat, Joel, I actually have a bone to pick with you because I heard you had some choice words to say about Hydra and his talents.
Whoa.
we
And
got some intel.
I'm a little,
expose it, Tom.
I'm a little curious here.
No, dude.
I'm a little curious here to know why you think, Hydra wasn't the best for New York and his talents. And, I kind of want to get your thoughts a little bit about what you think about him now after seeing him absolutely
Also, Tom,
pop off.
surprise guest, Yusuf wants to speak to you and Ben.
Bro,
about what you guys said to him yesterday.
Yusuf pranked me yesterday.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you do yesterday?
Bro, your little brother joined the call and I said, "Yo, Asim, what's good?" And then he like talked, he like said something, and then I asked him a question, and he just left. He didn't answer me.
On
He
the
just left.
stream?
Yeah, on stream.
Wait, what the hell?
And I joined back and I said, "Yusuf, you're just gonna leave like that?" And he goes, "Get pranked, get pranked." And
Hold on, let me go
stream.
get him, dude. I didn't even know this. What?
Yeah.
Nobody let me know.
It was on stream, bro. It was on stream.
Asim wasn't here yesterday. I'm sitting in a team speak. I poke Asim, and Yusuf comes to the mic, and we have like a 5-minute conversation. And he's just acting like Asim, bro. He picked a bunch of other people in the team speak.
Hold on, let me go get him.
Wait, but and then okay, before I want to bring it up, and then Ben exposed Clay. Apparently, you guys played a map with Yusuf, and this guy absolutely fried.
Wait, he said that on the fling?
Yeah, Ben said that.
What the fuck?
I didn't expose the team though, so to be fair,
He didn't expose who it was against, so the team will never know. But just know that there's a pro team out there who got smoked by a 10-year-old or a 9-year-old or a 9-year-old.
One shot.
Listen,
Or a fucking 9-year-old.
Yusuf will be available. CDL teams. You should put them on your radar.
Hey,
I got pissed. I'll be
boys.
back.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Yusuf?
First, I want to thank Ben and Zoomaa for shouting me out and gassing me up.
Wake up.
Thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome,
You're welcome,
Yusuf.
Yusuf.
You're welcome, man. It's always a pleasure to have you on, man. All right.
You guys think I can go pro right now?
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Yusuf. I think you 100% have what it takes to go pro. I think if you keep working hard and you're passionate about what you want to do and just keep working and keep grinding, and one day. How old are you, Yusuf? How old are you?
I'm turning 10 this month.
So you're 9 years old and you just smoked a pro team. You just beat a pro team. So if you keep at it, your game will get so much better as time goes on. You get more experience, and one thing I will tell you is always listen to your older brother. All right?
Yeah, I know.
Shoot.
Listen to your
I gotta
older
go,
brother.
Guys. I'm sorry. I have something I have to do. I'm already late 20 minutes. All right. Thank you for having me on the podcast. See you
Have a
later.
good day. Have a good day. Later, Clay.
Can we get a Woosif in the chat?
Let's get a Woosif for Yusuf. Later, Clay. Later, bro. But just keep listening to your brother, Yusuf, and you're good to go, man. And he'll teach you a lot.
User was moved to your
channel. And that's my advice to you.
Bye.
Bye, Yusuf.
Bye, Yusuf.
Bye.
So, I'm obviously late to the show, but let me just say,
Welcome back, Zen.
after hearing Yusuf talk, I would do anything to be 9 years old again. Like,
yeah, so would I.
Dude, I know.
Do you guys remember being 9 now? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
I do.
Bro, think
This
about
is
it.
a good life.
Listen, in Jersey, you wake up 6 a.m., the house phone rang, your mom says snow day, your fucking dick erupts, you get up, you get on your snowsuit, you're doing snow angels, hot cocoa.
No. You get the call from school that school's closed. You call all your friends. You're like, yo, what are you trying to do? Like, you call everybody. You go snowboarding, go fucking sledding and shit. That was the best, bro. That was honestly the best.
Zen, to further your point, I think the better scenario for Yusuf is that, like obviously when I was growing up, like my parents never thought gaming was a good thing. It was never encouraged. I never got to play on the weekdays. Like it was a frowned upon thing, right? But with Yusuf, like they just like think it's the best thing in the world. Like they encourage him to play.
No,
for
sure.
Low key, they're like, yo, if we get
in the best scenario.
No, it's like let's get him grinding at 9 years old.
Exactly.
Your parents are like, he's gonna be fucking nice by the time he's 18.
But it was also a different time. Like, bro, when we were 9 or 10, like, Call of Duty was different. You had map packs coming out. You had new zombies maps. I was hauling. I was 220 pounds of pure fat hauling ass off the bus. It's map pack day. I'm fucking digging into the dirt, hauling ass to my door.
But like the whole point I'm trying to make is that I used to get screamed. I used to get like yelled at so much. Like you're always on the game. You're always on the game. You're not doing your homework.
I could never play during the weeks as well.
If I ever missed dinner because I was playing video games, like oh my god. Now Yusuf just goes to my parents and goes, "Hey, like I have a game." They're like, "Oh, it's okay, it's fine." I'm like, "Dude, what? You used to,
my dad
used to yell at me,
bro." Even when I was a pro, my dad used to be like, "Get dinner table now," and I'm like, "I can't." He said, "Pause it." I can't fucking pause it.
Mom, I can't pause
the game. That's not how it works. I can't pause it.
Bro,
and now it's like, hey, listen, he's staying in that fucking room.
Exactly. It's so funny, bro.
It's crazy where gaming has come. I mean, let's be honest. When I was trying to go pro, I mean, it wasn't that they didn't support it. Well, let's be honest, they really didn't support it. They were like, you got to go to school, you got to keep working, do this, right?
Yeah,
I was playing football.
They didn't support it, yeah.
But I would just constantly show them videos of like Nate Shot and like Scump and just kind of the things that they were doing at the time. And just trying to convince them, right? But I think eventually I just took the step myself to just drive to an event and just fucking do it myself, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually they just, I mean, let's be honest, money started coming in and they're like, okay, this might work. But now it's different because people know that you can make money in esports. Like people know now, like even just like a random guy in the fucking street probably knows esports and probably knows that people in esports make a ton of money. If they don't, then they're fucking boomers. They don't know anything. They're just living under a rock.
Was there ever like a Ricky Tommy story of them ever talking to your mom and dad about you playing for FaZe?
Yeah, so Banks actually had to call my mom. So when I joined FaZe, or when I was about to join FaZe, they told me, listen, you got to drop out of college. I was going to college when I was on Denial and Envy, I was still going to school. I was still going to college. And Banks ended up calling my mom and said, listen, your son has to drop out of school. Like he can't join FaZe unless.
What a Banks conversation.
Yeah. Banks said like your son has to drop out of school. We don't want to pick him up if he's in school. Like we want him completely focused on gaming and all that stuff. And you know me, I'm happy as fuck. I'm like, if I have Ricky fucking calling my mom, and my mom ended up listening to him. She was like, all right, this is what you want to do, and I'm gonna support it. She saw like how big it was getting and all the attention I was getting. So she basically just let me go. She let me go. I dropped out of school and I haven't looked back. I don't even know what the hell happened. I just stopped going to class. I just started grinding and yeah, man. Shout out to Banks, bro, for calling my mom and
Imagine
What?
your mom did any like her due diligence. Imagine she went to his Instagram page. She would have said, "Okay, this guy belongs in a fucking loony bin. I'm not listening to this guy." you imagine she did some research on Ricky? Ricky is fucking comedy. That guy is a fucking. That guy.
legend.
The stories of that guy's a nut.
Yeah,
My,
yeah.
my favorite Ricky story is the fact that he's banned from World of Beer in Columbus, amongst other institutions. I'm sure he's banned from.
He's banned from a lot of things.
The time I was with him in New Orleans, Zinni, do you remember that time? I don't know. It was maybe AW Finals. I don't remember what it was. Everybody pulled up to the same bar on Bourbon Street, and Ricky bought like hundreds of fireball shots.
No, I was
like
taking my break.
I remember that. They were all over the place. There was legit shots. Like every table you looked at had 20 shots. Like everybody was just, it was free shots for everybody basically.
This guy Ricky straight up pulled up to the bar and asked for like 200 fireball shots.
Yeah, but then next thing you know, he's breaking glasses, he's throwing tables, and he's getting kicked out of the fucking bar. And I say, here we go. You know, Banks gets kicked out. He gets kicked out. We all end up leaving anyway. If Banks gone, the party's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like Banks would literally make a party just revolve around him. It was awesome. Like, man, like, that guy's fucking. He's a good time, man. He's a legend, dude. He's a good guy to hang out with. He's a fucking legend. So shout out to Banks, man, and thank you for getting me out of college because I was losing my fucking mind in college. I'm gonna be honest, because trying to balance college and gaming, I was like, it was just so hard. I wasn't sleeping. I just had no time to sleep. I was just doing homework, doing work, whatever. But let's get back into the fucking predictions. You understand? We got Dallas.
We all had FaZe.
We all had FaZe, but I'm very excited to see Seattle with Decimate.
I got Surge. I'm just fucking around. I got FaZe.
Okay, that's good. And then we got Dallas Empire going up against the Florida Mutineers. Now, obviously, Dallas, they got rid of Hook. Hook finds himself on LA Thieves now. You have Mutineers who, you know, they pick up Havoc. They haven't been looking too hot.
You have no idea which Florida team you're going to get on a given day, Tom. You might as well just flip a coin.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not fucking wrong. I mean, Florida has shown nonstop inconsistencies throughout the whole year. On top of that, they have a lot of talent, but sometimes it just feels like they're not executing. Some people are saying there's a problem with the core of the team, so we'll see how they come out and play. And then over on the Dallas side, I mean, they end up making a change. They drop, you know, a superstar player in Hook. LA Thieves ends up picking him up, but I don't know with Fellow, man. I think Fellow's a great player. I don't know if Dallas just has that same star power as they did before because you just don't have the XEO trio anymore. But at the same time, I think Felony's a great player, and we'll see how it all plays out. But I'm gonna go with Dallas here, and I'm gonna go 3-2. I think we might have a nail biter of a series. I think it's gonna go head to head. It's gonna go really back and forth, but I think Dallas will end up taking it.
I think we're getting another heartbreaker. Checkmate S&D loss for Florida, map 5. Big Wake drops double digits and they lose.
Oh, you're calling everything.
I mean, man, like it's so hard to predict Florida from series to series. I would really love for this team to figure it out. I think Dallas is still trying to find their way as well, but I just think the winning instinct on Dallas is a little bit better right now, and I have them in a game 5.
Dope. Anybody else? Who else is in here? Zinni, who you got?
I want to say Empire, but I just have a gut feeling that Florida's winning this series. So I'm going Florida.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like Dallas should win, but I mean, listen, I'm a prophet. The amount of times I've guessed correct here, I'm gonna go Florida 3-1.
Okay.
Asim, who you got?
I got Dallas 3-2.
All right, not bad.
It's gonna be a close one.
I think it's gonna be a close one as well. I think these are two really good teams. I'm also really excited to start seeing some of the matches on Saturday and Sunday. Because we got obviously had the New York LA Thieves. I'm really looking forward to that one. That's gonna be my favorite match to watch, probably, just because I'm so excited to see Hook with another group of guys, and obviously they're playing New York. So
the battle of the first seed, Tom.
Yeah, it's a battle of the first seed as well. So just a lot on the table.
Huge
so we have
match.
a lot of great matches coming up, man. We're gonna have a lot of content, a lot of great shows. But
what I'm excited for, Tom, with Group B. So I don't know the 3-way tie scenario right now, but Asim, if you guys beat Thieves on Saturday, Sunday becomes pretty wild in that FaZe Optic series because it could legitimately come down to map count on who gets the third spot in the group.
You're right.
And a 3-way tie because you'll have 3 teams potentially on 3 and 2 if FaZe lose that one.
Yep. I also want to cut it to the chat. I want to make sure we get some questions in. So if you guys have any questions that you want to answer, I think for today and tomorrow, we're just going to take questions from the chat. And then going into Saturday and Sunday, keep an eye out for those Reddit posts. I'm gonna post again on Reddit. I'm gonna get some good questions in there, but I don't want to do that every single day because then the Reddit would just be overwhelmed.
I see one good question. We should talk about the new format. So for those that don't know, the majors so far have been 5-day formats. They start on Wednesday, Thursday, then you're into the weekend. They've reduced that now to 4 days, and I like the change. I think sometimes those Wednesdays were like a little bit slow with those matches. So now you made a little bit longer days. Kind of enjoy the 4-day weekend of COD. some great COD. I kind of like the format. It also works
too.
better when you go to a LAN event. It's hard to run an event and have 5 days and rent a venue and all that stuff. So
yeah, no, I agree. I like the 4-day better. I think it's just more COD to watch, and you don't, like you say, you just don't have those slow days. So I definitely agree with that for sure. Somebody said, how have Dallas looked in scrims? I honestly don't know. I haven't really been asking around. I don't know if, since we have Asim in here and Zinni, I don't know if you guys have heard anything about Dallas and how they've been looking, but I haven't heard anything.
No. To be honest, I really, unless people are in TeamSpeak talking about it, like the only way I'd really know how teams are playing would be like TeamSpeak, but like TeamSpeak's been dead. No one's playing 8s for some reason. The later in the season it gets, when the stakes get higher, less pros play COD. It's the most insane thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
yeah, how are it's dead right now? What's up with that?
We're on day 16. I think.
It's weird, and we were talking about this last night. I just don't understand why it's dead. Like why, especially with some of these people who are just complete
we
shit.
We need 2 right now. Race them down for 8s.
Yeah, if you guys need 2, 100%. I mean, it's crazy how just there's teams that are just really underperforming. There's players who are underperforming. There's just no extra time being put into the game. It just seems like people don't care sometimes, which is
it's like a little bizarre, Tom.
Which is why if you're a player, you're not performing well, you're not putting in the extra time, and you lose your spot. I don't want to hear no fucking bitching because there's people in challenges who play all day. I see challengers 8s happening. I don't see regular. There's people in challenges who are grinding their fucking ass off, and then you got these pro players. And keep in mind, professional that aren't even putting in the extra time. So it's just weird to me. I was a professional player for 8 years, and I was always grinding, and everybody around me was always grinding. I was an ongoing cycle. There was never a time period where I was not grinding. Never. There would be time periods where I wasn't playing 8s for sure, but I think for the most time I was always putting time into the game, always watching VOD, always putting in that extra work in 8s. Like I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like times are changing. I feel like they are.
Tom, I got one question I saw in the chat, and this one is for Asim. I know you haven't really talked about this a lot publicly, Asim, but how do you, especially during Ramadan, like how are you dealing with fast and sort of the mindset and the physical situation you have to deal with in regards to the fast?
So I mean, it's been really difficult for me. Obviously in stage 2, I had a lot of family issues going on, and then when we brought in Hydra and Mac on the second AR, I had no time to practice like the same way I play with like caffeine and that sort of stuff, where like I feel like some days I get on while I'm fasting and I feel like I have no energy, and in scrim hours are 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. like that's when the team requires you to be at prime state. So when I obviously am playing every day fasting, it's really difficult for me, and I really appreciate my teammates for giving me the patience of like allowing me to do something that I believe in. And honestly, it's been difficult, Ben, and I think it's just huge shout out to the team for just helping me out throughout this journey. And yeah, that's how it's been going.
Good answer. It must be tough, Asim. Must be tough for sure. But I'm fucking proud of you, kid. You've been pushing through. I saw Accuracy tweeting about it a little bit, and I also want to give a huge shout out to fucking Grimithy in the chat because he just dropped a big fucking 50 bomb.
50 bomb.
So let's make sure we get
wow.
some love in the chat and get a Grimithy in the chat. I would be going fucking crazy, but then people listening on audio will go nuts. But I gotta give love where I see it, man. 50 subs is crazy, bro. I appreciate you showing love and support. But right back to you, Asim. I mean, it's hard to do. It's hard to.
It's really hard.
It's not easy. And I saw Lamar tweeting about it. Thanking his teammates for just carrying him through a tough time. Because you're legit just playing on no food.
Yeah,
right?
No food, no water.
Maron.
No, and yeah,
guys, that is nothing. Not easy. That is not easy.
It's not easy, and a lot of people use that. So like Lamar tweeted, he said, "My teammates are nasty for getting me through Ramadan," right? And that's facts. Like it's really difficult, and for me and Lamar especially. And then so like a lot of people are roasting him, like replying saying, "If football players can play 90 minutes on Ramadan, you should be able to play COD too." Like that's just like.
Well,
every sport's got their own challenges, and I hate how people can't respect the fact that playing video games for 7 hours, like professional video games, is difficult. Like it's
mentally draining. It's mentally draining, and food helps with that. Like food, drinking water and eating.
The no water.
The no water is nuts. The no water is nuts. I mean, even just like calming. Like, what if your fucking mouth is dry? Like, how many?
I'd be fucking drinking sap out of trees at that point.
How many times do you, Manon? What the fuck? How many times do you see people after the end of a map just chugging water because they're just talking so much their mouth gets dry?
Exactly.
So it's tough, man, and I commend you for that, and I'm proud of you for pushing through it, and big win today. it's nice to see, man. It's nice to see. I wanted to ask you, Ben, because you said you had a question that you wanted to ask, or was that your question?
That was the question I had. So I saw another question someone asked was about Optic, and like it did play poorly in the stage, so they make a change. I think we talked about earlier, like they had the skill to like figure it out. They just need to figure out the teamwork piece.
They're not going to change. They're not going to change. I mean, you hear Hector talking about it on the pre-show or on some of the podcasts that they're doing. I mean, he's not a fan of changes. He doesn't like to change the team. And then on top of that, what you just said, Ben, it has nothing to do with their talent. I mean, it comes down to other little things. And but be honest, when I watch Optic play, there's a lot of little things that I see when I'm watching their play. And I don't know if they're talking about it or not. And I don't know what it's like in their camp. I obviously haven't seen any scrims, but I hope that they're picking up on some of these things. I would guess that they are, because it's some of the best players to ever play the game. So I think eventually they'll figure it out. But the problem is this time is dwindling out. They're losing time. They got to start picking up the pace here. And with the team that they have, they're not putting the results that they want to get. So in terms of making a change right now, no. Or making a change in the near future, no. I think if we're going to see any changes, it'll be after the year. I think they're going to finish out the rest of the year, try and work through their problems, try and see if they can make this talent or make the talent that they have better, and try and just execute better as a team. And we'll kind of just go from there. We'll go from there and see what happens.
On the Optic pre-show today, Hex mentioned it in like the little pre-show. If you guys haven't seen it, he said, like, obviously when a player like Hook gets available, like you gotta look at it. And he said, yeah, to be honest, like I did consider it. I looked at the options and he didn't follow it. And I mean, if the only ways that Optic are gonna make a change was if, for one, they were gonna pick up Hook when he was available, and two, a possible trade, but I doubt that happening because no CDL team has ever made a trade. So like to further Tommy's point, like I do not think they were gonna make a change, but if they were going to, they should have gotten Kyler when he was available. But I also don't agree with making a change on that.
But
team.
here's
like,
the
I don't
problem.
think they should.
Here's the problem when you get into that, right? If Hector goes out and he gets Hook, who do you give away? Who do you give away? Because you're gonna have to give away who? Either Scump or Envoy. And the problem, or do you move Scump to like an AR or try and do? You know what I'm saying?
Here's my thought process. I think Envoy, as much as the fans give him hate, I think like in terms of the backbone to their system and like. No, I see a lot of Optic fans giving Envoy hate on.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
they do.
No, he
they
does.
Do. They give him a lot of hate. They do.
Really?
I think in this situation, and it really sucks to say this, I think Dashy would be the odd man out.
You're out of your fucking mind.
No. Here's my thought process.
You're losing your fucking head, Ben.
I might be losing my head, but just think about this right here, right?
All right.
If your team is Formal, Scump, Envoy, and Kyler, aka Hook, I really like that team because you get in this option where they're really good with 3 subs. But any one of those players could run a flex. I really like their ability to be whatever meta is at that. I like Dashy when they are. His sub play is pretty good. I just think there was just would give them more flexibility as a team if that was where they wanted to go. But I don't think they're really going to drop Bruce.
No, I mean, I just don't think anybody on that team deserves to get dropped. I mean, even if it is somebody like Hook, I think Hector made the right choice of just not doing anything dumb and just keeping the team together because they have the talent. They just need to put it together and execute. I mean, we see it all the time. We watch them play. I mean, it's just the little mistakes that they're making that's holding them back.
So we keep mentioning Hector, and Hector, of course, has the final say whether a change is made, but I'm not saying this is the case at all, which I don't think it is. Luckily, they're all really good friends, and I think that's what they have going for them, right? Like, they seem all super close. If that were to change, that's when you'd see a change, right? Like, I don't think performance off one event will break up this Optic gaming team. The only way is if personalities start to clash, and I don't see that happening here. That's the only way I think.
They just get along. They get along too much. I feel like they get along as a squad.
But at this point, to me, I agree with that, but they've got to put that aside, and as a team, they've got to want it more than other teams right now. Their teamwork's not at par where they need to be if they want to compete with these other teams. They've been doing fine against the lower teams in the league, but we've seen the respawn record against the top 6 teams. And it's pretty ugly right now, and they need to turn the ship, especially once they go towards land here at the end of the season.
I mean, before our match, their respawn record against the top 7 teams was 3-17, I think.
I don't know.
It was like 3-11 in their recent matches.
I also see a lot of people, saying like Scump needs to retire or get dropped. He can't hang. I think that's just complete fugazi.
He just played the best against us today.
Scump has been playing good. Like
he played the best against us today. Literally,
it's not like he's getting smoked, and it's not like he's playing bad. Like he's not playing bad. He's playing good. And like Asim just said, I mean, he's playing the best sometimes. Like sometimes he's coming out and he's playing the best on his team. So like
I think the problem, Tom, is it's less about individual skill and who's doing what and when and where.
Exactly.
That's fine if you're Scump and or Dashy or Envoy and you can get a 3-piece
right.
while playing solo. But if those players are 2 or 3 challenge teams and getting map control, like they're not going to lose as a team.
But that's the problem right now, and that's honestly, I'm talking to a lot of you guys in the chat, a lot of the Optic fans. That's the problem with you guys as a fan base is whenever they lose or whenever Optic's struggling, you guys, the fans, seem to attack the players and start saying this guy needs to go or that guy needs to go. And I see people, they go tweet good games or whatever, and that they're sloppy. And then there's people under that in the comments and Scump's tweets and Envoy's tweets just completely cooking the guys. And it's like at the end of the day, it comes down to them performing as a team. It's not an individual person on the team who's costing the team or like Optic's not losing because somebody's just getting shit on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And sometimes I feel like you guys just try to find like such a quick, simple fix. Like get rid of this guy and go get this guy. Like you're Optic. Like go get that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. Like it's not about that, guys.
A lot of people have different. I think a lot of the fans don't understand sometimes how changes work, right? Most of the time,
well, they don't.
It's not the player's ability at all, right? Let's use Vivid on LAG for example. He was far and away their best-looking player. They make a change and change the overall dynamic of the team, and they've looked better without him than they did with him at times.
I debate that, but I see the point you're trying to make there.
Well, okay, Slasher was not benched because he can't shoot straight or because he lost his talent or because he's not a smart Call of Duty mind. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to shake up the roster, and it's got to be someone. And, sometimes it's someone that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, that's a good example.
But sometimes it's all about switching up the entire team with a change, and that could that could just be chemistry or making a certain players happier or comfier in game. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have anything to do with someone's talent or ability or I don't know. Like for example, Optic Gaming, every single player in that team has extreme talent. I would say right now their pacing looks a bit off. Like I feel like they're just not playing off each other, right? Like it's just a lot of players on the map instead of a team on the map. Like that's how I kind of feel watching them right now.
Good way to put it.
But if they were to get rid of any of those players, it would not be because that player is costing or that player is good enough. It would be to switch something and hope for the best that the team can improve. It's not this guy sucks, get rid of him. It's very rarely that. Sometimes it is. Very rarely is it that.
And then on top of that, just to add on to this conversation, I mean, you guys can say whatever you want. Because I'm just saying this because I know there's a lot of Optic fans in here. And when I look at some of the comments on the tweets and stuff, I feel bad for them because they just don't, they put in a lot of time, guys, and they're not going up against like random fucking shit cans. You know what I'm saying? Like Optic is playing against some of the best players in the world. Like today they play New York. That's not an easy team, guys. New York is no walk in the park. New York's a good fucking team. If they lose to FaZe, it is what it is. Like they're playing good teams. They're gonna lose. Like no team in this league is capable of just winning every single match. And the only team that was close to that was FaZe, and now you see them losing matches or keeping matches close. So it's like people are just getting better. The competition is crazy. So at the end of the day, support your team. Support your team and help stay positive, so it helps them push through and prevail through tough times like this. Because it's just weird. Just reading some of the comments just, rubs me the wrong way when I was reading some of it.
One thing I'll always say is people don't know the genesis of the word fan. Do you know what the genesis of the word fan is?
No.
What the fuck is he about to say?
I don't know. Let's let him go.
The word fan is short for, I'm stealing a Jalen Rose thing if anyone ever watches Jalen Rose content on ESPN. He always says fan is short for fanatic. People are very passionate about their team. They want to, and they're very quick to push the panic button or take the hot take. I think that's one thing we want to do on this show is we want to give people the perspective from the behind the scenes on how these things sort of evolve, how teams deal with these types of adversity and what their approach may be beyond just making a roster change and hoping for the best.
No, 100%. I agree with you on that. I don't know if there's any other questions left in the chat, Ben, that you saw, or if you want to end on that, but I'm down.
I'm good to end it.
I'm good to end it because we'll definitely be right back tomorrow, guys. You already know the deal, man. We're going to be right back tomorrow after the matches. We just did some predictions. So you guys can do your own predictions, and then we'll meet back up after the matches tomorrow and have another great talk. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure to go check out the videos all on YouTube, youtube.com/Zoomaa. Make sure to go show it some love. Go subscribe to the channel. We're close to 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is unbelievable. Crazy.
Tom, before you end. Big Zin x Big Duarte. Haggy and Zinni are teaming up in Challengers. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Big Hagasite and Big Zin are together.
Shit.
No way.
I expect streams to be up. I expect streams to be live when you guys are and the Zoom Mafia will definitely be seeing a lot of that because we'll be tuning in and we'll definitely be watching. But
it's
make sure to go to Anchor and make sure to go to anchor.fm/theflank to go check out all the audio sites that we're on. Ben's doing a great job uploading all that stuff over there. Again, go to youtube.com/Zoomaa to go check out all the uploads just in case you missed any part of the show. You can go back and watch. And then on top of that, guys, I'm trying to get a Flank Twitter account, a Flank Instagram account. I'm reaching out to some people over at Twitter to see if I can get the original, because right now the Flank, like at the Flank, is just right now it's taken and it hasn't tweeted in years. So I'm seeing if I can get it back, but that'll be pretty cool. So make sure to when I do get that all settled, I'll let you guys know. But just make sure to show some love. Make sure to follow the stream if you haven't already, so you know when we're going live. And I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for all the love and support, and we'll see you guys in the show tomorrow. You guys have a good day.
Have a good day, people.
Have a good day.
Sound